Going live. Going live. We're going live. We're live. Hello, everyone. How are we?
Good afternoon.
Right, go and finish making the coffee now. You've done the
Okay.
bit. You know, just right. Who in their right mind would make Sai a mod? It's because he shows up, as Caradog once phrased it. You see SAG. You do. You do. Now, spotting there an NZXT USB hub, known to be occasionally dangerous. Are they now? What's dangerous about them? You are correct, and yeah, what's dangerous about them? Oh, I must say, I'm doing a stretch. Oh, okay. Caradog is just looking at me from the doorway.
Oh no!
Is that over? You fool! Caradog is now flooding the kitchen. No! Right, okay. Hello, everyone. How are we all doing? Yes, we have a GPU that is looking very saggy. Fairly certain this GPU is dead, so this may be just ceremonial, but yeah. This came in yesterday? Thursday or yesterday, I can't remember which. But yeah, this computer has been shipped across from the US. And the owner did pack it with clothing, but I don't think that was enough. And yeah, I think the CPU's got the GPU has microfractures in the board and stuff like that. So we're going to take it out, have a look, do some testing. Basically, this may just be a matter of just proving that it's dead, but I thought, yeah, that's something to do on the podcast, so we'll do that. So yes, have I seen the ChatGPT powered Bing discussion on the WAN show? No, not super interested personally. I'm interested in chatbots and stuff, but you know, just a case of yes, it will be another demonstration of a chatbot. So yeah. Let's see. Annoys me that the hub isn't under the shroud. Yeah, this is an iBuyPower PC, and as with a lot of system integrator builds, there's a lot of stuff where you're just like, this could have been done nicer, but nah, it is what it is. If it's dead, you'd love to tear it down, see how it's assembled. Possibly, because at some point we may well, like, there's no warranty. I'm fairly certain that we've got no warranty available on this graphics card. So what we may well be taking the covers off so we can see if we can see any visual problems with it, to see if that's of any use. What's Caradog doing now in the kitchen? Who knows? He's been making the coffee. Oh yeah, he's still hot. He's still on the mic. So yeah, you're probably hearing coffee machine noises and stuff like that. So GPUs are so large now they've got to be shipped in their own box. I think you're right, JE. Spud Nugget works for a system integrator of sorts, and yeah, I think Spud can tell you all about the problems that they have to deal with. So why ship it all the way from the US? The owner has moved from the US to the UK. That's why it got shipped across. They haven't shipped it to us specifically to fix it. I would have said, no, please don't do that. So yeah. Are you okay?
I was just considering the thought of someone having shipped it from the US.
Oh, just specifically for... Yeah, no. Yeah.
Please may you mute.
Yes, one moment.
I need to brush the water off the microphone.
I see. Right, your mic is muted. How did you get what... Okay, you didn't flood it. You went... Did you go... or something?
No.
Oh.
I took them...
Did you drop the mic into the mug?
No.
Okay.
I just had wet hands when I picked it up again.
Oh,
so
okay,
I took it off.
Yeah.
So you didn't have excessive noise.
Right.
And then when I picked it up again, I had wet hands, and then went, ah!
I see.
There is moist.
Moist. Okay, then. Very well. Right, that didn't go to plan. There was a bit of hot glue, and I was intending to throw it across the room, and it just bounced off the softbox in front of me. This is why it sounds like you're underwater. Right, okay. Sploosh. Right, let's see. Even if there was warranty, it needs to go back to the States. I don't know. Don't know. Either way, yeah. Next episode, repairing Caradog's liquid damaged mic. Well, we were this close to getting rid of the roads because we were having constant problems with them pairing. So the regulars might know that there have been a couple of times where we've been late or we've started specifically while trying to deal with microphone issues. But we did a firmware update on the receiver. Or no, did we update
on the microphones themselves and the receiver?
Yeah, we firmware updated the whole set.
And it didn't seem to fix it initially. But then, like, a week or two later, the fault is gone.
Yeah.
So
they just seem to have come good now. So, yeah. Very well. It's okay. The stream is better without audio. You're better without audio. So, yes. And, yes,
wow.
Caradog with no facial hair still looks strange. I agree. Yeah.
I specifically shaved.
Yeah.
I am soft.
Yeah.
Strokeable. We can stop now.
I'll take your word on that, yeah. I do not need to review this.
But yes, I discovered the wonders of not dry shaving.
Oh, what electric? Wet shaving. Yeah.
Using actual shaving foam and stuff.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh wow, it's so much less effort.
Interesting. Yeah, I have to admit, I have thought of that recently because I electric shave. I've got one of the Philly Shave Tri.
Oh, I've never used one of them because it never actually cut my hair.
Yeah. Like mine, it works, but like I have to literally go over the same spot 10 times before I'm just like, okay, that has shaved now. And yeah, like and it's not just the previous. At first, when I got this one, I thought, is this just crap? And I went back to my other electric shaver, and I was like, oh no, this one is also just as bad, you know.
Yeah.
If not worse, so because this one's blunt as hell because it's ancient, you know. So yeah, and I have to admit, I have been thinking, am I going to try wet shaving? You know, because part of me is just like, I don't know if I can be asked because like I only have to, I shave like twice a week tops. I don't exactly, my beard does not grow fast.
You know the, I was about to say wearer. It's not a wearer. Hair clippers.
Oh, right. Yes. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Those hair clippers, I just use them with no guard to get rid of the beard. So just go over that, and that then gives you sort of what I would class as sort of
stubble,
six days-ish of growth.
Yeah.
And then just use a Bic disposable.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, Firefly says new sponsor Manscaped. Yeah, well, that's the funny thing. I had sort of had it in my head that. Oh, sorry, I was straightening one of the legs.
Violently.
I had it in my head that if I got an offer from somewhere like Manscaped or like Dollar Shave Club or something like that, I'd be like, I don't think I could really do one of those because people would be like, sort of, you shaving? Yeah, right, mate, kind of thing. But it's just like, no, I do have to, you know, shave the sides.
You should do the sponsor spot, but the sponsor spot is you with no beard because you've actually shaved everything off.
Oh, I couldn't. No, I couldn't. No. That I wouldn't sacrifice that bit, but I've still got to do the sides. I wouldn't be able to do Manscaped though, just because these days they're always pushing their below the belt products, so to speak. And I'm like, I don't.
They sell sex toys?
No, they sell their lawnmower for trimming your ball hair and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I don't want to do a sponsor spot where I talk about shaving my balls because that's what the other YouTubers are doing. And I'm like, I mean, I know that's fine if that's your jam, fine, but I don't really want to do a sponsor read for that, you know? I don't know. Bravo says, what are we doing today, Graham? Excellent segue. We've got an iBuyPower PC, and the keen-eyed amongst you might notice that graphics card has got some sag to it. It is a saggy graphics card. So, yes. This computer crashes while playing games. So basically what I want to do is just do diagnostics on it. So I think the first thing we need to do, we need to pull out the customer SSD, stick in a bench SSD, and try and reproduce the problem. Why are you looking strangely at the back of it?
Just an odd statement, an odd legalese statement of assembled from tested components, complete system not tested.
What?
Why would they test the components but not test that the computer works?
What system integrator doesn't test the system after they've built it? Like, I'm not one of those people. Like, don't get
unless
me wrong.
Unless this is talking about like the emissions tests and stuff like that.
Yeah, that will be it.
So they're talking about each component is tested to be compliant, but the system is not tested to be compliant.
That's going to be it. Yeah, that'll be it. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, because for a minute I'm just like, why would an SI not bench test the computer after they've built it? That's a no-brainer. You're asking for trouble, but yeah, it's EMI stuff. Yeah.
Because I just realised it's the FCC logo.
Oh yeah, that'll be it then. Yeah, because as far as to all intent and purpose, iBuyPower are selling a computer that they have not checked for emissions test. However, blah, 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 blah. Good. Very well. Okay, so, right. What we're going to do first, let's start... Are we
going to just take the GPU straight out?
I want to put a different SSD and test it in situ first and reproduce the problem as we believe the customer has it. So firstly, can we take the SSD out of this without removing the GPU? No, because it's an Asus board. Yeah, we'll have to pop the GPU out. I guess that if we take the GPU out, then we may as well test it on the test bench, mightn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, decision made. Let's do that.
Which we need a cooler for. Because we do not have the mounts for the liquid freezer.
Yes. I realise now, yes, I thought we had one of the mounts and it was one of two that was missing. And now I realise it is two of one of one. Yes. Oh, I see.
Because the other mount is with the other liquid freezer in my computer.
I see. Oh yeah, there's only one liquid freezer down there now, isn't there? Yeah, because I knew there was two of these floating around at one point.
Yes.
So yes, okay. Right.
I removed something from your shop, Graham. One of my items.
Yes, now you know why I'm confused. Yeah.
One of my items.
I see. Right. Let me pull this graphics card out because then we can stick this on the floor, get it out the way, and then we'll figure out how we're going to cool the bench. It's a good question. How are we going to cool the bench? I mean, we're doing GPU testing, so we don't need good CPU cooling. We could just perch the Arctic on the top of it or something like that.
Just there. That'll be fine.
Yeah, very well.
And I've got Heaven on it and stuff. Do you not need to push the release?
The clip is missing.
Ah.
So that has been broken or removed.
Oh, it's an X299.
It is. Yep, it is an X299.
I was looking at the I/O and going, I quite like this I/O. What boards has this I/O? And then I realised it was X299.
Yeah, when it came in, I was like, sort of, why has this got a LickTech 2 on it? Or an NMAX LickTech. Liquitech? Was it Lick or Liqui? Liqui. Liqui.
Are NMAX French?
Lilo Liquipath. That's a callback to
the
yes, it's an X299 system. Also, this back thing just doesn't stay on. What the all right.
How do cases?
Right.
Or should I use that?
The GPU test rig.
Or do you want something where it's very easy to be vertical?
Yeah, also like bottlenecks. It's a 3080.
Yeah.
The GPU test rig has 4th gen Intel in it, and I'm not sure it can actually max a 3080.
Yeah.
Like there are I've got upgrade plans for the GPU test rig. However, right now it has a it's got a Haswell i7 in it, and like we tried the 4090. Was it a 4090? Yeah, we tried the 4090 on it, and like we couldn't get it what was it, like 70%?
It was something like 70% utilization in superposition.
Yeah, we couldn't get it
like
past
superposition 4K extreme.
And it was so bottlenecked that the GPU could not get past 70% utilization. So
it's like okay.
For most stuff, that Haswell is completely fine, but if we actually have an actual top-end GPU, it doesn't have the grunt to test it. Right, here comes the big bench. Welcome to Graham Makes Grunting Noises.
Graham makes old man noises. Villager noises.
Yeah.
Also, using your more delicate fingers, may you plug these in?
Yes. Are these compatible with the things?
Yes.
Yes. I wasn't sure if these were Corsairs or not.
No, they are. They are from my RGB 1050.
Aha, I see.
They're from my one as opposed to your one.
Very good. I'm going to get another coffee in a minute because my brain is shutting down. We are 15 minutes into this stream and my brain is shutting down. So
plug in the cables. Put
yes.
them in the holes.
Yes. Right. Right. Let's read some things. Right. Let me have a look. When those? Yes. Yep. We've got a couple of the Animax water coolers in.
We have many.
The customer told me that their one also had to be redone at some point. So yeah, they were struck by the Liquitech failures. Good coolers, terrible reliability.
I was going to say, yeah, because based off of the cable tie mount we did, it worked well on this as well.
Even with a crap pump. I got stuck between crap pump and crack punk then. So those are two very different things. All right. Okay, that's that. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna putting that on there. Right. I'm gonna quickly make a Hemkin coffee while you set things up.
Oh, there's the other one. So where's the other one? There.
Oh. Yep. Right. I shall be right back.
Fair enough. I will continue to assemble things.
Sorry, Ron. I just
Schmack!
Very carefully put the mic down and then immediately knocked it over. Where's my mug?
Squish. Do we have capture? We do not. I will set up that in a moment. Oh my god, thermal. What did you do?
All over the kitchen countertop.
It's water from the sponge because I cleaned the counter. Also, what did you do to this? Why is there paste everywhere?
What the nozzle of the thing?
The cap. The cap is
me.
caked.
I think that was Sai when Sai was here. I think Sai made my cap all messy.
Oh dear, it's awful. Time to reboot the Graham. Yes. Liquid side attack. Sai attempts to defend his innocence. It's okay. In Graham's eyes, Pistol can do no wrong. He fixed the GPU. There you go. Yay. I don't know how you make such a mess of this, but it has occurred. Right. Cleaning. Clean. CPU fan.
Right, I shall grab the capture card.
Yes. Are we going to have a look at this beforehand to see if we go, oh yeah, look, it snapped?
Maybe. Yeah, I think that's worth doing. Do you want to have a look at it and then I'll stare really hard at it as well?
So I was going to say, I don't think the... Oh. The cooler looked like bent, weird.
The customer said they padded it with clothing. and I have a suspicion that they didn't give it enough padding to actually give it any meaningful support. I think it's a case of they meant well, and clothing was a good idea for lack of anything else, but I don't think it was good enough. Is it just straight up? Oh, yeah, I'm going to look closer at that in a minute, but yeah, I can see something's off there, yeah.
That is not how that should look. It looks like the actual blade?
Yeah, or card edge.
Card edge is actually bent in relation to the rest of the card, so...
Yeah, like, I get the feeling that the customer hasn't done any diagnostics on this themselves, per se, or, like hardware-wise. So it's entirely possible that literally just taking the card out, giving it a bit of a wiggle to straighten it, and putting it back in again, it might come good, which is why I wanted to test it in situ first.
Yeah.
However, also, I'm not starting up the customer's SSD on a live stream, because that's how accidents happen. So...
Indeed. Power. Oh, I didn't like that. I thought the board just started as I plugged in the power supply.
Ugh.
But no, it was just a standby.
Can we see? Maybe. Oh yeah, I was set. All right. Yeah. Is the camera's manual focus at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hang on a minute. I've got an idea.
It's also that isn't very much not a good lens for doing that.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. I'm not going to attempt to stand in front of the camera and give a blurry shot. I'm just going to go to bench cam. Oops. Oh, fuck's sake.
And I've broken the camera mount.
Yeah. Turned the wrong knob. Always remember to turn the right knob, everyone. God, I'm spicy today. I try not to do this because sometimes I think it's a bit cheap. However, I'm feeling cheap today. Right, let's just... I thought I was about to knock something tumbling then. Let's just see if I, by pure fluke, have gotten that lined up perfectly under the camera. Bench cam with face. Right, if I...
You want to go...
Is it visible there?
Kind of. If you put the card down ever so slightly, just for focus, yeah. Basically, it bends slightly to the left.
Yeah.
In that shot. And that is shockingly difficult to actually show off.
Yeah. There we go. I've just held it there. You either saw it or you didn't. Who knows?
Oh, keyboard and mouse.
Over there in that case.
Oh yeah, there.
As a special treat, you'll notice I've actually written Enemax and Intel on the appropriate keyboards.
Were you getting trolled?
Yes. And part of me was just like, why didn't I do this a long time ago, you know?
There you go.
All right. Why are we all coloured in chat? I don't know. Sometimes you see it and sometimes you don't. I don't see the colours, except for mods. All right. What is backing up in the background? A hard drive.
A dead drive?
A dead drive, yeah. I'll actually just show desktop on that just in case anything comes into focus.
That'll do. Wait.
I heard you can fix any GPU fault by putting the card into the oven.
No, see, that's where you're wrong.
I don't know what's worse, that statement or that it's Wild Floor Lamp saying it.
Oh no!
Yeah. How much have you had to drink, Floor Lamp?
Who hurt you?
Well, I did when I said to go and play Invisible War earlier on. So. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that. That's definitely
not straight.
Not perpendicular, yeah. Just trying to see, let me think. So what's happened? That side has come down. Yeah, so it's pulled that section of the card down. So my guess on this is that it's going to have pulled against the solder balls on that VRAM chip. Because that's where it's been pulled down, and that's the known failure, isn't it? Of how graphics card sag can kill it. So have I ever heard of grey ham before? I've heard of it many times. Let's see. Capture with face cam. XR1.
Do not.
Well, it's fine. It's not working at the moment anyway.
Good. I will sign out. There we go. Oh, stop. Desist.
Oh, we're on the Live Gamer Mini. That's why it's not picking up at the moment.
I wish to cancel this download.
Whoop.
Stop. Cancel. Unschedule. There we go.
All right. Are we good?
Yes.
Good. Activate. There we go. All right. Okay, so we're not on the 3080 at the moment. We've just fired it up just to make sure the test read works, which apparently it does.
Indeed.
Very well. All right, may as well drop it in and see what it does. So known things is the GPU should start and work. Apparently it crashes in games, and it is particularly known to crash when the game is UI heavy. So, for example, if you're in game, like it has difficulty loading the game menu, or if you're in game and then you press escape to view the menu, that will trigger a crash. My theory is that's when it suddenly puts a stutter in the GPU loading per se.
Yeah.
So, you know, if the GPU hammers on and off load, that's what causes it to stutter or something like that. Vague theories. But also, given that we're dealing with graphics card sag, I'm expecting it to be a VRAM problem. And also, I think the customer said they couldn't reproduce the problem in Furmark, which implies that the power delivery is completely fine. Did I plug both of those cables in? I believe I did. Or did I get bored halfway through?
Seems like it.
Yeah.
That one certainly appears to be in.
Yeah, they're both in.
Good.
What does GPU-Z look like? We don't know. We'll find out in a moment.
That's not in. No, that is. Would have pulled out the graphics card and shipped it separately. Yeah, I think that's actually the only viable solution these days. We have a picture. That's a good start.
Yeah, cool. Let's go back to. Let's do face with cam with capture at the moment. Ignition.
Hopefully not.
Plan B is to get wrecked like per usual. Moving from the US to the UK makes no sense. Oh well, everyone's got a reason for something, haven't they? Cool. Yeah. Do you want to GPU-Z it as well and make sure? Because I suppose the first thing we want to do, I guess, is make sure it's actually negotiating an X16 link and stuff like that.
The other thing I wanted to do was double check the CPU temperature because
yes,
it's at full speed. But
my bad. There we go. The cooler had drifted off of the core. Is that just going to walk about?
It might do.
No,
Who
it's
knows?
fine. Yeah.
GPU.
GPU
Z.
Z.
Download. Oh,
hello,
apparently
Sleepwalker.
I already have it.
What's happening? Well, what we've got is we've got a customer build that has come in with a 3080 that has been severely sagging, and it has been shipped unsupported or improperly supported, and we suspect that there's microfractures in the card. So we've currently got it in the test bench down here, and we're about to we're going to start hitting it with loads, and we're going to try and start reproducing the faults on it. No idea what to expect. It might work completely fine after it's been reseated. Yeah, have no idea. So what have we got so far? Are we getting a? Oh, is GPU Z showing? Oh, it's. I'm getting the fucking Live Gamer Mini out just right away. Anger.
Do you know?
I have not done any testing on the. Where have I put? Oh, it's over here. I've not done any testing on the EVGA capture card off stream because I think the Type-C port on the YouTube rig is broken. So I'm unable to test that properly. I need to get a different cable. I have one around. I need to actually use a different cable.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hassle. Anyway,
in answer to the question about whether it's negotiated by 16, yes, it has.
Cool.
It is Gen 4 by 16.
Groovy.
And it is running the render test. So that's fine.
All right. I'm just going to kill the video a sec.
Yeah,
all right. Fine. HDMI in. HDMI out.
The other thing we should double check is the splitter at some point.
Oh, we'll see if the splitter works.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's worth doing. Yeah. Yeah, we may be able to do that later on this stream because I want to test that 5600 XT at some point, and that's probably going to get upset with the Live Gamer.
Run.
Live Gamer Mini.
Let's see if it's instantly kittens. No.
There we go. Is that Edge browser? This is a mostly vanilla Windows install, so yeah.
There you go. Didn't instantly have kittens.
Hmm. Yeah. You're right there.
I thought as soon as it started load, it just went maximum coil whine.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But it didn't.
I think the CPU cooler is walking, so just now and then we've just got to push it across the chip again.
Yeah. So there you go.
See if I can arrange the.
Walking.
There we go. Cool. Yeah, have you got superposition as well?
I will check that in a second.
Yeah, because
it's purely because Heaven is actually installed.
Yeah, yeah.
And I haven't got superposition installed, I don't think.
For a 3080, I would expect us to need superposition. I'll quickly grab my...
Yeah, it's also just a case of if I loaded it and it instantly crashed.
That's true, yeah, yeah. If you got reproduction with Heaven, then sure.
Yeah, only because it was installed. But yeah, no.
Helps if you plug it in the right way up. All right. Okay.
Also, Cortana, go away.
PCB cleaner spray on the connectors often fixes. Yeah, that won't help us here, unfortunately. But
this must be the old one.
I forgot to sign up for Cortana. No. You bet 30p that it's screwed up PCI slot in the Mobo. I should actually inspect that. Yeah, I should actually look at it properly.
New toolkit.
So.
And then superposition.
Rubutu says, I fixed all coil whine by putting the tower under the desk. So, I mean, yeah.
I fixed all coil whine by not being able to hear it.
I was about to say, you just turned all your fans up to 100%.
Not even that. All I need to do is turn the fans on my 7900 to like 60% and you cannot hear anything.
Sleepwalk says, if I've got a repair on a laptop and all the screws are stripped, what's my go-to solution? If the screws, like, on the assumption that the screws are just completely munted, like, you know, because usually if the screw is in bad condition, try different screwdrivers, basically. Not all screwdrivers are the same. Like my wearer Philips 0 is slightly different to my iFixit Philips 0. They're just a slightly different size. That's just screwdrivers. So try different screwdrivers, and you might find one that's either slightly oversized or slightly undersized that gets purchased on it. If the screw is actually completely goosed and there is zero chance of being able to get it out, I Dremel slot across the head. And that will mark the laptop. Sometimes you have to gouge a slice in the bottom of the laptop. And if we get to that point, I'll usually talk to the customer and I'll say to the customer, look, the screws on your laptop are wrecked. I cannot get the screw out without dremeling it. This will leave a scar on the laptop. Do you want me to continue? Basically. So yeah, rubber band with a screwdriver. Never had any luck with that method myself. However, in all fairness, actually needing to Dremel out a screw, very, very rare. I have done it. I do it on occasions, but it's very, very uncommon that I have to resort to that. 9 times out of 10, a good screwdriver will get onto a bad screw. I've had more times than I've used the Dremel, a customer has come in with a wrecked screw and said, I can't get, they come in with a motherboard and a M.2 drive stuck in it. And they'll say, I cannot get this out. And I'll say, try my screwdriver. And it just comes straight out. So, yeah. Make of that what you will. So, yes. Could soldering work? Probably not. If you have that little access to the screw, I'll be impressed. Or I'd be impressed if you can get a solder join that is good enough. The screw is probably going to be aluminium. Well, it might be a steel. No, it'll probably be a steel screw, actually, yeah. I've never tried soldering onto that, actually. Yeah. That's an interesting thought. I've never tried it. That is this 4K?
Yeah, this is like 4K Ultra Extreme.
Fine, yeah.
Full whack, just because I wanted as high VRAM usage as possible.
For a minute, I saw the frame rate and I'm like, this is a 3080. That shouldn't look like that.
But yeah, it's the 4K Extreme. Well, it's 4K and then custom everything set to Extreme.
Yeah, this is the mega melt your GPU test, basically.
Yeah.
This is the 3090 killer test.
Yeah.
Like you genuinely should not run this. You should not leave this test unattended. So yes. I've got a feeling that really, yes. See, I've got a feeling we're going to need mats or something like that.
Maybe. Yeah.
And I'm kind of annoyed that we don't have that prepared at the moment.
Did you not set it up on that SSD? I thought you set it up on that.
Oh, no, it is still on there, isn't it? Yeah, I haven't erased that SSD, so yeah, it may work. Yeah, we might be able to mats it then. I think we should try doing that.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm getting hot standing behind this thing. I'm just going to make sure the heater doesn't come on. That's something that I very rarely say, is I'm getting hot.
Thirsty.
Does it matter if you use the upper or lower PCI slot if they have the same rating? They don't have the same rating is the problem there. The vast majority of the time, only the top slot will be PCI Express 16. The other slots will be maybe PCI Express 8X. And there are some boards out there that have 16X slots further down, usually older boards now. But even then, those ones, the 16X slot, would it have been bifurcated off the CPU, or will that go to the PCH?
It will be very much be a case of it will depend on the generation.
Yeah.
Because obviously if it's like an X299 board, or if it's like a Threadripper board or something like that,
they're going to have more
you've
lanes.
Obviously got 96 plus CPU lanes.
Yeah.
So you can have 4x16 coming straight off a CPU. Sorry, 4 lots of 16 lanes coming off of a CPU. However, the way that like the Strix, the X570 Strix E does it is you get 2x16 physical size slots, which are electrically by 16, but they are both off a CPU, and if both are populated, you get by 8x8.
Yeah.
But they are both off of a CPU. So it's just a case of, yes, it very much depends on the board.
Yeah.
However, the simplest answer is use the top slot.
Yes. Yeah. there's almost no practical instance where you would not want to be in the top slot in a modern system, especially because SLI is dead, and no one is running dual graphics cards now.
Yeah,
there's basically
certainly not on consumer boards.
Yeah, there's basically just no reason to be in anything other than the top slot, basically. That much being said, on overclocking or test setups, you might go to a different slot because you're testing the slot, or you want to take load off of the CPU and things like that. So, however, on the assumption that you're doing a production computer and you're looking for maximum performance, there is no reason not to be in the top slot, basically. So, yeah. Good. Yeah, okay, right. So what do you think? Put it in the test rig then and see if we can get Mats going?
Get that to boot.
Yeah. Spud, are you still about, and can you remember the commands for the Mats test? Just to save us the hassle of looking up the VOD for the last video.
Yeah.
Because I did not, I should have known that it was going to come to this, and I should have thought this far ahead, but I didn't. What's in this? An 850, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's more than enough. As long as you've got 2 8-pins.
Yeah, do you want to hold that while I pick up the bench?
Yeah, that's fine. The power's still in it.
Oop.
Hold on. I don't like that.
No. We should have a look and see if we can do something to avert that. Oh.
Missed.
That's fine, as long as it's not in the thing.
Oh! Oh yeah, is it on the M.2? Sorry, the SATA on the back.
Yeah.
Good.
Which is why that sits disconnected most of the time.
Good.
Okay, right. Let me wire this bad boy up.
More than one day.
We need a PCI. We need a PCI Express cable. There should be one in those modular cables under the left-hand monitor. Either that or it's.
There.
Yeah, yeah. We can daisy chain for this, can't we? Yeah. Plus, we're going for Mats test, so we're not going to match the GPU anyway. Do as I say, not as I do.
Whatever. There you go.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yep. Please, the comments section.
Ta-da! Here's one I prepared earlier, apparently.
Through the magic of buying 2 of them. Oop. Yes, he's here. One moment. And there's the thing. Cool. Get ready to copy-paste that again. So, or actually, Caradog, would you be a dear and... Thanks.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah.
Right, so for those of you who haven't seen this before, this is our GPU test rig we built. It's just a computer in a frame case. There's nothing special about this. It's a i7 7990K or 7790K, 7970K, isn't it? No, 4790K. That's the one. A Haswell i7 4790K.
Yes.
Oh, that's not plugging in right. What's wrong with you?
It's an 8-pin.
Yeah, I did have both of them lined up. Yeah, we got a bent pin in there. It's not super bad, but it just needs a nudge.
That would be why it was.
Was it giving you grief?
Well, it was only when I went to plug it in, and then it plugged in, but not all the way.
Yeah.
Then.
There you go.
I mean, that could be a reason for it crashing on a transient.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, technically, as boring as it is, technically, you know, this is someone's graphics card. We don't want it to be dead.
No.
So, like, this is one of those times where a no fault found is actually a good result, because it means that I can tell the customer, we tested your graphics card, it's not dead. It probably just, your computer probably just needs to be built and all the connections made good and a GPU support put in.
Yeah.
They bought a GPU support, it just wasn't fitted. Right, hang on a sec. Before we start that up, I'm just speaking of GPU support. I'm just going to make sure that this rig's GPU support is in position.
That's okay. I was just going to move.
Oh, that's down too tightly. I need the big boy.
I was just going to move this slightly to the right, just so I could put the keyboard here to type the command from there.
Very well, yes.
Or you can type the command either, or whichever happens, but yes.
That look good to you? Yeah, that looks straight. Make sure that's not clipping the fan. Good.
There you go. Oh, yes, we'll need to undo the one that's on the board, won't we?
Oh, yes, yeah. Do you want a P0? Nope, good.
Ah!
Whatever you do, don't drop the screw into the power supply.
Whatever you do, do not spill the coolant into the power supply.
Looks nervously at the shelf behind me. All right. Good. Right, are we ready to go?
I believe so. I was just going to
I'll
put
let
this
you put
back
that
in the
here,
board.
just so you don't
Kill something. There you go.
activate. All right. With capture. Oh, yep, good. That monitor is coming on. Maybe, anyway. It's taken a very long time to give a picture, but there it goes. Yep, good. Okay. Right. It's doing things. All right, we're at the esoteric prompt. Cool. Right, let's go to capture with Facecam. All right, so we need to get to.
Do we need to? Don't we need to boot the environment that has the tests? Because I remember there being a thing where we had to run a command to get a bootloader to boot the command to boot the tests.
Yeah, we do, and it's just gone to. Oh no, that's an EFI prompt, isn't it? No, that's Tiny Linux. So yeah, we must be in the right place.
And then with this, from this Tiny Linux loader, we needed to load the actual tests, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Spud. We don't know how to do this. LS. All right, hang on a sec.
Did.
Okay, right.
Sorry, it was just suddenly I had 18 notifications ping up, and I was just like, is someone telling me how to do this? Is someone being helpful, but just not telling me?
1, 2, 7.
Oh my good heavens.
I see. That was not helpful. Okay. Right, we are looking for the mods test. Sorry, the mats test, which is somewhere on this bootable drive. Okay, just run that from here.
Yeah, it's in the notepad on the left.
Yeah, okay. Have we even got a mods folder on here? I'm just going to check. No, mods is not in this particular folder. Let me ls. No, mods is not there either. It says SKU 3070 there. I feel like we're not in the right place here. Yeah. Oh, it's an executable. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Yeah. Yes, I thought it would be in a folder called mods. Fine, cool. Right, let's go. Mods. Right, GPU test.js OQA old gold test 178 DRAM clock percent 100 whoops, did I just double tap? Nope.
No.
Ignore fatal errors, run on error.
That run needs an
Spotted.
underscore.
Thank you. Ran on error, Matt's info, fan speed 75. Bam. Oh, it's doing a thing. Fail.
Failed
Right.
to initialize?
Okay, so that doesn't look like a test fail. That looks like it didn't start properly. Fail. I feel like we're in the wrong place because this was supposed to. The last time we had this on boot up, we were supposed to boot. There were like 5 different distros on this.
8. There was like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we've got mods here, so we've got the right drive in. I haven't formatted this drive or anything, but I feel like we're not booted into the correct instance. So yeah, we booted into the wrong partition. I'm gonna let's just control delete this a sec.
Ah, I didn't realize that would send a reboot command
On Linux. Yeah. Yeah.
On the command line there.
Yeah.
No, it just went straight to there.
Yeah, something's off about this.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, there should be several partitions. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to boot into BIOS. I'm going to switch off UEFI boot and just see if that gives us a different option if we do boot legacy, because the bootloader might be a legacy bootloader, which is why it's not going to it.
Yeah.
So, right. Legacy only. See what that gives me. Throw an N1 in there as well. Okay, noted.
Your Intel GPU has failed the NVIDIA tests.
Oh my days. Okay, I'm gonna have to type in that whole sodding thing again. Very well. Okay. Right, so. Also, I'm just going to try and run it from this route as well. No, that's surely not going to work. Yeah, no, I thought so. Yeah, so CD 455.127. I assume we want version 455.127 because there are other versions there as well. I've just opted for the latest version that's there. Cool, right. Here we go again, everyone. Right. Do you want to read it out to me?
Oh, hold on. I will shimmy over here.
Okay.
Mods GPU test.js space hyphen OQA space hyphen old underscore gold space hyphen test space 178 space hyphen DRAM CLK underscore percent space 100 space hyphen ignore underscore fatal underscore errors space hyphen run underscore on underscore error space hyphen mats info space hyphen fan underscore speed space 75.
75. Okay, and what was that last bit that Spud said as well?
And then Spud said dash n space 1.
Cool. Bam. Argument dash n not used. Argument 1 not used. Didn't like those two as well. Matt's info is deprecated.
Did you do n space 1?
Oh yeah.
It probably should be n1.
N1 not used. No, it doesn't like that one either.
Okay.
I'm tempted to try UEFI only boot because, as I say, I'm sure we're supposed to get a boot menu on this.
Yeah.
We're supposed to get a boot menu. I think we've got the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure we're in the wrong place. But like I said, I haven't formatted this drive because I wouldn't have put half of it on there. So, like, what's changed? Let's go for a forced UEFI only boot.
Because they're still saying boot option is UEFI.
It was
OS at
originally
the
on
top.
UEFI and Legacy. Yeah. Yeah, it's got various stuff on it. Yeah.
Just disable all of that and then select only the actual SSD as opposed to the UEFI OS.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, so let's disable everything first, so we can actually because what we may be able to do is just select these one by one. Right, boot option 1.
And then select the actual SSD as opposed to the UEFI.
Yeah, that's going to be the legacy boot. So we've just done a legacy on. Well, yeah, okay. Well, let's do them one by one and see which one it is. Yeah, unless someone actually comes up with a solution in the chat. Anyway, all right. Oh yeah, some people have suggested other directories as well. So yeah, we'll have a check. We're just going to go through these boot options first because there we go. Here's any other key to start grub. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. There we go. That's what we want.
Yeah, that's what we want. Yeah, good. Which was actually dumping us into the same folder. It was dumping us into this folder, it would appear. But there's also specifically a Gigabyte one as well, which is just interesting.
Yeah. Well, I guess we want the Gigabyte RTX 30 series then, don't we?
I presume so.
Yeah. Maybe that's why it was failing, because we were running the non-Gigabyte specific version.
Perhaps.
Yeah. At any rate, this is what we were expecting to see. So yeah, bam, give me that.
Which will probably take us to basically the same place, but
yeah,
it's also just a case of knowing that we're actually loading the thing that we think we're loading.
This is why this test is just so not straightforward to run, because you need specific versions for specific cards, which is why it's not as simple as just getting mats and mods on a flash drive. So yeah, it seems to be the case.
Yeah.
All right, that's hanging around for a bit. We'll give it some time though. I'm going to take this opportunity to crack open a drink. I'm going to have another one of those.
Up a cold boy with the ciders.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm going to have another one of the Hogans.
Yes. What did you have?
I can't remember which one I had last time, but they're all different anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah. Do you want one?
Yeah, I will do. I won't have a Weston's.
Yeah. Right. I'm going to have the Hip Hop Fresh and Zingy hopped cider, which is rather unconventional. I'm not sure how well this is going to work, hopped cider. It's going to be very floral.
I will get a glass.
Oh yeah, feel free to. Shouldn't take that long. Yeah, no, I'm not feeling thrilled about this either. I might give it another Control-Delete and just try the non-Gigabyte one. And just see if that dumps us out in the same place. Right.
Good news.
Email me a bottle. I cannot. All right, it's Control-Delete. Nope. Okay, we're going to do for a reset. All right, we're making some progress.
They all smell so good.
Yeah, I can smell the hops in this already. So hops is used in ales as effectively a preservative. It stops it from going off so fast. But also too much hops is supposed to ruin the flavour of proper ale. So hops is usually considered a bad thing, although there are some people that particularly like a hoppy beer. American beers are notoriously hoppy, I believe. So Americans usually expect quite a lot of hops in beers or craft beers. But I don't mind too much of it. But when you smell raw hops per se, it smells horrendous, which is kind of curious. If you ever want to go on a brewery tour, people, brewery tours are really interesting. Oh wow, yeah, that's very floral. Yeah, that's very, very floral. It's very well, yeah, it's very hoppy. But yeah, it works. It's cider, but with a hoppy flavour.
It's solidly in the same category as the Bakewell cider for me, in the sense of I can drink this, but I don't enjoy it.
It has made it come across as incredibly sweet.
It's solidly in the category of just I can drink this, but I would not pick it.
No, same. Yeah, like Yeah, I wouldn't have this
Actually, I
again.
don't think I can drink it. No, I think it's reacting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. No, that wouldn't be my first choice, not by a long shot. I like what they've done there, but or I appreciate what they've done there. However, it's just like, nah, that's not my cup of tea. Like I can drink it, it's fine,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's I wouldn't order that a second time in the pub.
No. But it's also a case of it tastes like good cider as well, if that makes sense.
It's quality. Yeah, it tastes good quality. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes. What other boozes do we have at the moment? Cider. We've got cider. We've also got some cider back here, and a bottle of red wine. So yes. What is the Gigabyte specific boot? That's the one that we just tried and it didn't work. And apparently this one has dropped us into the same place. We seem to actually just have difficulty booting Tiny Linux, apparently, at the moment. That seems to have got us stuck in the same place. We've got the we've got the alcohol-free cider. Well, the alcohol-free alcoholic berry and apple drink.
Alcohol-free apple cider with a taste of raspberry and blackcurrant.
What's the difference between beer and ale? Ale is a type of beer. Ale is a very traditional beer and is definitely a more craft drink. Just beer is fairly generic. Technically, it's all made the same way, grains, hops, etc. Ale is usually a lot more of an artisan style thing, though, so it tends to be much higher quality. Right, Spud has got another argument for us. Yep, Dev 1, so that should do that. However, we're having trouble just booting anything at the moment.
We might just go back to that UEFI boot.
Yeah, I think we might have to and just see if that does anything for us, because we're not getting anything on this at the moment.
Yeah.
Unless, I tell you what, I'm going to try one more thing first. I'm just going to go back into BIOS and I'm just going to do Legacy, UEFI and Legacy boot, but put the Grub one first, just in case the Grub loader is trying to load a UEFI thing. Speculating wildly, I don't know if that's how it works.
Yeah.
So yeah, but maybe that's why it's getting hung up. Is it's not being allowed to load a UEFI environment or something? Because apparently there's UEFI stuff on this drive.
Yeah.
This is my fault for we've been sitting on this drive for ages and we haven't actually sat down and looked at it properly. But
did you manage to grab the other image, the Macrium image?
Not yet. I tried to download it and the download failed. I think there is a torrent for it set up. So I need to get hold of that torrent and attempt to download it. I might ask you to do it because
I'll check it on the box.
Yeah, because I haven't got my setup for that in place because I reformatted my computer.
Yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, I need to set that up again. Shouldn't take long because I've just got to. I need to set up hypervisor again.
Yeah.
Right, let's try that one more time. I'm going to try the Gigabyte one again because apparently it didn't make a difference.
Yeah. Was that off of? Was that off of? Was the torrent setup created by?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. No.
Nah, that's not going anywhere. Okay,
yeah.
we'll try going back to the previous one again. Maybe yeah, it's entirely possible that SpudNugget is on the right lines in that we're trying to test the iGPU because we're using the wrong argument to select the integrated. Cool, right, so let's go back to, well, I tell you what, I'm just going to manually specify just the top option at the moment.
Yeah.
And all the rest are disabled, so it cannot auto-select anything else. It's only going to go from where we've told it to.
Yeah.
So at least we know where we're booting from instead of it just simply finding anything it can.
Yeah.
Love how many of the English think they know something about beer outside of their tiny little island. I mean, there's all kinds of beer, sure. I don't pertain to be a beer expert by any stretch of the imagination. However, I have been on 5 different brewery tours, so I have listened to the makers a lot, and they say interesting things. And I have tried multiple different drinks and been like, oh yes. So
this is certainly something in my preference.
That's it. You know, it's not that I got formal training or anything, but yeah,
it's that thing of kind of knowing enough to know what you like, because it's interesting.
3060, 3070. Oh, what an idiot! Like really, I've been going into 455 127 because that's the highest version number here. There's one here that literally says 3080 on the end of it.
Yeah.
Absolute tool.
That shouldn't, in theory, make a difference from reading over what's being said there.
I mean, we need to go into one of these to run the thing anyway, because the mods command is within these folders.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
I did try running out of home, and it just said that's not a command. So, right, one more time, please. So, mods space dash.
No, mods GPU test.
Mods. Right, GPU test .js.
Yeah. Space
dash. If you just say dash, I'll assume a space kind of thing.
Yeah. OQA.
OQA.
Dash old underscore gold. Dash test. Space 178.
178.
Dash DRAM CLK.
CLK.
Underscore percent. Space 100.
Yeah.
Dash ignore underscore fatal underscore errors.
Yeah.
Dash run underscore on underscore error. And then I'm not sure where we go from here. 2 seconds. Just because this command's apparently deprecated.
Yeah.
And then there was something about running something else.
Yeah.
2 seconds.
Fan speed.
Okay, no, it was just saying dev1.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and then dash dev1. Yeah.
Dash dev1. Yeah.
Fan speed 75.
Dash dev1.
Dev. Is that just dev1 or space 1? Dev space 1.
Yeah, dev space 1.
Yeah. Cool. Bam. Okay, it tried to do something then. That's an IRQ error. System booted in an EFI mode, but GPU seems to be corrupted. Okay, what do we make of that? I'm tempted to say, should we swap into a known good GPU, so we know when it's actually working? Oh, GPU num1 not. Okay, that's a floor lamp. I'm going to listen to that one. GPU underscore num
space 1.
Blammo.
Yeah, still an IRQ though. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like we should chop into like one of your 3060 and test on a known good card, so we know, because we don't know if it's just immediately failing the test or not. Like that IRQ error implies that it's not actually trying to run the test. However, I feel like we should run on a known good GPU.
Yeah. Also, just a case of double checking the test for typos, as Spud says.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So GPU test.js dash o the letter OQA dash old underscore gold dash test space 178 dash DRAM CLK underscore percent space 100 dash ignore underscore fatal underscore errors dash run underscore on underscore error dash fan underscore speed 75 space 75 dash GPU underscore num1.
Yeah, also I am just going to yes.
Yeah, live cam to get rid of us.
Ah!
Yeah.
And then unlock and
yeah, that makes sense.
There you go.
All right, here's another one. Yep, okay, hang on a sec. What's that? Mods
GPU test.js skip -skip underscore rm underscore state underscore init
Init, yeah.
-OQA.
OQA. Okay, that's giving us a different error.
That has given us a stability.
Stability due to GPU reset or video mode for EFI console. Yeah, again, system booted in EFI mode, but GPU seems to be corrupted.
Right, now run the test command again.
So the previous command, yeah.
Yeah.
No, IRQ
No.
error again.
Yeah,
I think
IRQ error again.
I think our test setup is not right. I don't like the way that we can't boot it from the boot menu like we previously could.
Yeah, something is odd. Yeah, no, the 3080 cannot not be UEFI. The 30 series can be nothing.
Yes.
Oh God, failing at English here.
I mean,
it is impossible for it to be anything but UEFI.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Or does it support what was before UEFI?
I don't know. However, also, we could plug this SSD into the test bench and try and do this from there. So we're on a modern system.
We can. I think what we should do is swap to the 3060.
Yeah.
And then try it once more, just because we want to test that and see if we get the same error again.
Yeah. I think there's an issue with our testing drive.
Yeah, and then I think we should do it in there, just because we want to test and see where the issue is as well.
Yeah.
Is this? Yes, this is the 3060. I was looking at it going, what card is this? I'm very confused.
Nope, Dev1 doesn't do it either. Oh, that's given us a different... Has that given us a different... Yeah, that's given us a different error.
That's the same one as the other one.
Yeah,
that's however, the same as the skip RM state.
Yeah, that's not giving us the IRQ error though, so that might be progress. Yeah. Okay, let's turn this off and drop in a known good graphics card first, so we actually know whether our test actually works.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I feel like that's the best start on that.
Yeah.
Huh. Turning off the power supply made the fan spin.
Interesting.
Okay. Oop. It might also just be the fact that, as Mini said, it's still complaining about GPU 0. So it might still be trying to test the iGPU.
Can we disable that from BIOS?
Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and Spud said the same thing as well. So we'll see if we can disable it.
Right. Put me. All right, so we're going to start this up and we're going to do the same thing first for control test. Then we'll try disabling the onboard GPU.
Yeah.
So initially, if it's the iGPU, then this won't work. So then we disable integrated GPU, then see if it works and see if we start making progress. We've had this setup working and I haven't changed it. So, all right. So this is a 36. Is this a TI or?
Yeah, 3060 Ti.
Yeah, so 3060 either way. So 455.107 underscore 3060. All right, here we go. Right, mods GPU test.js
-OQA -old underscore gold -test space 178 -DRAM CLK underscore percent space 100 -ignore underscore fatal underscore errors -run underscore on underscore error -fan underscore speed space 75 -dev space 1.
Okay, yeah. Ooh, that's a different one.
Yeah.
However, we're on a different test, so fine. Okay, cool. Right. So now
and then just try this as well.
Oh yeah. Mods GPU
space GPU.test.js space skip underscore rm underscore state underscore init dash OQA.
Oh my god, I cannot type on this sodding keyboard. State underscore init OQA.
Dash OQA.
And then run the previous one again.
Yeah. Interesting. That's certainly pausing for longer. Interesting.
I'm going to disable the iGPU.
Yeah. It failed to fail. The failing failed.
Yes.
Failure.
Task failed. Task failed to fail. Right. Let's see. Peripherals. Intel processor graphics disabled.
Ah. That was more simple than I was expecting.
Got anything funky in here? Have we? No. Good.
I was expecting it to be a CPU feature, effectively, that you were disabling.
Yeah. I think a reasonable amount of BIOSes have it. It depends on the BIOS, but yeah. I think most gaming boards just had it as a BIOS setting.
Yeah.
Because it's something that you may well want to do under any circumstances other than diagnostics. So yeah. Okay. Right, we're going to run the second one first. I'm going to run the second one first. Yeah. .js skip rm state skip rm state init OQA. Wow, that's done something now.
It's done it now.
The screen has just blacked out. And the screen is
off.
Looking for a signal.
Okay.
Okay, well, we actually got a reaction out of it that time. Yeah, no, we've got no signal now.
Oh, I thought there were two versions of this window that was confusing me. I confused myself.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, the fact that we just got a different reaction, I think if I run the first test now, I think we may be selecting the correct GPU.
There we go. Yes.
So yeah, okay, so I'll reset. Init sounded like Ali G. Init, mate.
Yeah.
Wagwan, fam.
Peak. Top.
Peng.
Yes, we ran it from the 3060 folder because it's a 3060. The 3080 is here currently.
.107 underscore 3060. All right. Mods GPU test. GPU test.js.
Dash OQA.
OQA.
Dash old underscore gold.
Old.
Dash test. Space 178.
178.
Dash DRAM CLK.
DRAM
underscore.
K underscore.
Percent. Space 100. Dash ignore. Underscore. Fatal. Underscore. Errors. Dash run underscore on underscore error. Dash fan underscore speed space 75.
All right, and we shouldn't use dev code because we've only got one GPU now.
Hopefully. There we go.
It's working! It's working!
Insert scene for people hanging onto railings at the beginning of T2. It's what?
I mean, it's doing something.
Yeah, it's doing the test.
Well, we're in the test environment. Do we need to give it a further instruction now? Failed to open. Oh, we still have errors in there, but it's unsupported requests.
Yeah.
Enter GL stress test. Do we need to do anything else? It can take a while. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Oh, yes. Do you just want to bring OBS up again, just so I can make sure that... Oh, and then the screen just went black. Fail, I see. PCI Express bus error. This is a known good graphics card, so... Well, it's a known good graphics card.
Yeah. Works absolutely fine.
All right, what does this mean? See, okay, so error code cannot open file. PCI Express bus error. Seconds L saving for resume. IQ not serviced. Failure loop test. PCI Express bus error.
PCI bus error is apparently normal.
All right. Okay, so does that fail mean that this graphics card has failed the test?
Because if it does, it's Spud's problem.
Why is it Spud? Oh, I see, yes. I understand. No.
Yes. No.
Elaborate.
Unfortunately,
I know we're putting
need more words.
Yeah. The card has not failed. I see.
The failed successfully.
Have we failed successfully? Yeah. Yeah. I can see Spud is in front of his computer, like how to say this, you know. Time for Discord call. We haven't set up for. We need to actually get a Discord set up so we can actually say Discord this man, get him on the stream, you know. So yeah. Call Spud. I mean, we could just do a hold next to mic thing, but yeah. Shop phone him. Right. Okay. Hang on a sec. We'll give Spud a moment just to thing. Okay. Instead of test 1, so do 118. Okay. Fair enough. So it's same command. Basically, we're looking to confirm that this test rig is working because then we can drop the 3080 back in it and move forward from there. Okay. Test 118 running.
Got your number. Oh,
okay, that's actually doing things
okay.
now. Okay, so now it's visually doing things.
I was looking at the capture and thought the capture was having a moment. Fail.
I see. Okay. So again, it gave a PCI Express error. It actually did something visible there, though. So the card has not failed. Right. Is that teletext? Yeah. I understood that reference. Fine. Okay. Right. So we've got something going here. The difficulty is we actually need a valid pass-fail response because we're running a test and it's doing a thing, but we actually need to know what a result is. It's because the card is trying to negotiate Gen 4 and the board goes no. Right. So it's a platform issue.
Right, so let's just...
Yeah, it's a platform issue. Cool. Right, we'll plug into the test bench. That's the information we needed. Is that enough space?
Yeah.
Cool. Good. because the last time we were testing this thing, we were using like 10 series graphics cards. We haven't tested this with a 30 series graphics card.
Yeah.
So that explains why it worked last time and now it's not working, because we're trying to do Gen 4 cards in a Gen 3 motherboard. So yes. However, we've got the test to run. Now we know how to run the test, so yeah. Okay, Spud is covering himself with the fence-sitting response of "I think." So therefore, if he's wrong, he can say, "Well, I didn't say I was sure." Thanks for nothing, you useless friend. This is okay. I need you to put that graphics card in. I'm standing over here and I can't.
This is surprisingly a sobriety test.
It's like when you have to type when you're sideways from the keyboard and you're like, I can't, get out the way, you know. The memory testing section of the TC Discord is full of rage and confusion.
Why?
Probably because of just us. Fucking YouTubers don't know what they're doing. Absolute hacks. Shouldn't be spreading misinformation like this. Apparently the TC Discord has this accent now. That's how they all speak in there, I'm sure. So, high-tech cemetery. I'm sorry. Right. Okay. Definitely a maybe. All right. Have you taken out your boot? Yeah, we've got another M.2 there. That is data,
which has a folder called program files on it and nothing else.
Fine. Good.
I don't actually know what's on it.
Very well. They're so drunk. No, not yet. Not by a long shot.
Not even close.
Yeah. Okay.
Boot. Oh, do you know what we don't have?
What? Oh, keyboard, yeah. Let's get this out of the way.
Will it detect A, B?
Cool. Oops. Alas. All right, I shall now sit down and peck at this keyboard. I cannot touch type on this keyboard. I need to look at the keys. Oh my god. Third time's the charm. There we go.
You will have the shell passed to you.
Right, 455.10. We are on the 3060, aren't we? Yeah, cool.
Yes.
107_3060. Blamo. And we're going to go mods. Right, we're not going to do the mode select because that seemed to break everything. So we're just going to go GPU test.js, OQA, old gold, test. What was the other one? 118. Got your number.
Yes.
DRAM CLK _%. Did someone in chat say got your number as well?
Yes, Sai did.
There we go. Sai, I got that. I understood that reference.
Yeah.
Ignore fatal errors. There were some TV adverts that were funny. Run on error.
It's like the Tango one.
Fan speed. You know when you've been tangoed.
Yes.
Yeah. Kiora. It's too orangey for crows. All right. Fan speed 75.
Something has been typoed, but I don't know what.
Right. Going from the start. Oh, goo test. GPU test, JS, OQA, old gold.
This is my goo test.
DRAM clock. Ignore fatal errors. Run on error. Fan speed 75. Go! Brrr.
Good.
All right.
There is no iGPU. This is a 5950X.
And our survey says...
Fail.
We have a Yeah, cannot open file again. GPU test completed.
Apparently, we can
Okay.
do something involving a cat.
Can we now?
Apparently, there was something from Floor Lamp.
I see.
Can't you cat the log file to see the test results still? I've no idea. What's a cat got
What
to
if we
do?
do nanomods.log or nanomods.txt? Okay. Nano is a text editor, so I do know
Yes.
what that means. Okay. Mods.log. Yes. All right, how much is in here? Is it doing... okay, right. There's the entire log. All right, what do we want from this log, if anything? Also, is it worth... I'm not in the Tech Cemetery Discord. Part of me was tempted to say, should we just get the TC Discord up on the screen, just so we're not... Yeah, just to speed up communications, perhaps, but I don't know. No, Spud Nugget, this is your duty now. You are the interpreter.
You must do a dance. I'll communicate with her. Interpretive dance.
I am tempted... While we... I'm just
The program tried to rewrite to mods.status but couldn't. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Can we... Yeah, failed to open mods.status for writing. Yeah, okay.
Do we need to run the command as sudo?
We could try that. That's not a bad idea.
Is that what we actually need to do?
Yeah. Let's bail out of that a sec. I'm going to sudo it before anyone gives me a response. And all of the Linux admins can be like, sudo's bad, you're not supposed to sudo.
I mean, it still runs.
Yeah.
So that's something.
I notice it's only spinning one of the fans, which is interesting. No, same thing. Yeah, so we can't write to our log file, which is the issue. And the problem with that means is that we can't, like, from the visual test, we don't know whether that's a pass or fail because it spews out nonsense patterns. So this is the problem. If you run it as sudo, it will likely change the permissions on the file that it writes to. Ah, I see. Yeah, bin it. Okay. And chmod the file. That's possible. Now go back to test 178. Okay. I'm going to delete the log file just as other people have mentioned, just in case. So let's rm. What was it? Mods.log. Yeah, mods.log. It is rm for remove, isn't it? Yes. Read-only file system. Our file system is read-only. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shall I run test 178? I'll run test 178 anyway while we're waiting for responses. But yeah, we have a read-only file system. That's why we can't write to our log files.
RMF.
RMRF, yeah.
Thanks.
Who was that?
Well, Floor Lamp.
Yeah, of course it was, yeah.
This does not appear to be working.
Yeah, because the system is still the wrong one. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think ultimately we're going to have to go with, I think we need to rebuild all of this.
I think so.
Anyway, just because something is clearly unsettled.
Yeah, unless there is an argument we can do that says do not write to log, just display the output. Because we don't need a log file. If we can tell it to just not log, then it won't error.
But yeah.
Leave it and let it run. Ah, yeah. It did a bit more and then...
Yeah.
See, it's saying stress test OK, and then it errors out. So, see, it says test 178 OK. Is that our pass?
I guess
Is that good enough?
Seems like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Log to temp. Yeah. Yeah. That's a pass. Yeah, okay. Hypothetically, if there was some argument where we can tell it to not log or log to temp, that would be awesome, just so we can get a nice green pass thing. But because that would actually be a solution to this instead of just ignoring the errors, so to speak, because that's kind of janky. However, it says test 178 okay. So yeah, I'm happy to interpret that as it passed. It just can't write to the status file. Yeah. Okay. Right. Fine. Let's swap graphics cards then while we
That's
while we
good
think.
enough for this.
Yeah. Exactly. Because yes, like I say, because I'm taking this as an opportunity to study how to run these tests more,
Yeah.
as well as trying to troubleshoot this graphics card. So that's why I'm kind of trying to nail down how to do this.
Yeah,
I want to know
absolutely.
how to do this properly. So
yeah, as Floorlamp said, we could copy off the mods folder and run it from that mounted folder.
Okay. Yeah. Play some games. If you want to see me play games, go to my Twitch on Sunday. Sai, your moment has come. Please do ! Twitch. I'm going to grab a flash drive. Oh no, we're going to have to do... Oh wait, we can FAT32 this. It'll be great. I'm going to FAT32 this flash drive because otherwise someone has to tell me how to format a flash drive from the Linux command. And I might just take psychic damage and be immediately killed. Or no, I'll rephrase that. Everyone in the chat is going to take psychic damage and be immediately killed. So... Okay, right. Are you FAT32? Yes, you are. Good. Okay, this is fine.
How do I USB port?
Just should be fine plugging it into a USB 3. Yeah, I don't know if this has got drivers. You know, we're in Tiny Linux. Who knows? No, you're just fat. That's okay. Just love thyself. Very well. Cool. Right. If Paul Daniels were here, he'd be very disappointed in me. Yeah, I think he's disappointed in me all the time. He doesn't say it, but I can hear it in his voice. Right.
Wow.
DMESG. Right. DMESG. Oh my God. I see. Was that to your satisfaction, Floorlamp? FAT32 won't work if there are symlinks. Yes, good point. Make DIR mount. We can format this flash drive. There's nothing valuable on it, so mkdir mount.
Cannot make directory. Read-only file system.
Yeah. Shall I go to root and try and do it there? No, root is still on a read-only file system. Yeah. What about volumes? Right, hang on a sec. Do a CD, yeah. Okay, here's our root.
ls, yeah, type.
Mount. If you see me do half a command, make sure you tell me to do the whole thing. lsmnt, yeah, okay. All right, there we go. That's what we got.
Oh.
mkdir, probably. Yeah, as I say, if you see me do a partial, give me the whole command. I'll delete anything I've done and then do the whole command. Hello, Richard Clark. Welcome
It's auto-mounted now.
It's auto-mounted. Aha, okay.
Is it?
How do you? Where will it have mounted it?
Where
to?
is it?
Yeah.
It's in media.
It's in media.
SBD1. Where's media?
Media SBD1. Okay, right. Let's see. Thinking. Media. SBD1. Yeah. CD. SBD1. SDB1. Sorry. Yeah, there we go. That's it. That's a BIOS update file. So yes, we are in the right place. Cool. All right. So we have this flash drive mounted. So in that case, we're going to go CD home, and we're going to cp rpv. Please ignore the arguments I choose. These are the ones I know. These are the ones I use on macOS because it's... actually, I can't remember what P is. We don't need V, and we don't need overwrite. Is it just CPR I want? Someone correct me, because I can't remember what the P one is. This is what I would use when I'm doing it on Mac. Right, 455.107 underscore. Are we on the 3060? Yep, 3060 2. And we're going to go to MN Media S. Was it SDB? SDB, yeah, SDB1. All right, that looks promising. P is do not follow symlinks. Oh, yes, that's right, yeah. I use that because the macOS home folders are riddled with circular symbolic links. So, yeah. Cool. All right, let's try that. Okay, right, so now let's go CD Media SDB1 CD mods. All right, here we go. Mods. GPU. Actually, I should just be able to back up and run the test again. It's in here somewhere. There we go. 178. Blammo. Okay.
Did it.
Copy the folder, do a CPR source desk. Yep, that looks good. Good luck with this, my nerds. You got RL stuff. No problem. Thanks for dropping by as always. Use tab to autocomplete path. Yeah. Tab is our friend. However, there are a bunch of folders in there that have very similar names. So, yeah. You can omit the / when CDing. I usually do that for safety. I think it's because there we go. Nice. Yeah, nice. The reason why I do the / is macOS gets really funky with knowing what directory you're supposed to be in. I can't remember why, so I always do a / just to affirm I want to do that from my current directory. Because sometimes macOS, even though it should assume current directory, sometimes it just doesn't. And I can't remember why, so I'm just in the habit of doing / because it doesn't cost anything. So yeah.
So that means now when we...
Right, we have a working test environment now.
When we reboot, we'll want to change into that folder, or do we need to remount that folder, then move into it?
I think it mounted automatically. We just didn't know where it had mounted to.
Yeah.
So, however, we will need to copy the 3080 mods folder to it. So we will need to copy the folder again.
Oh yeah, that's fine, but we can do that.
However, now we know where it's going to mount it. That's a non-issue. So we can now switch this off and swap the graphics cards. So if you'd like to do the honors. So yeah, it would be interesting to figure out why we're loading in a read-only file system, or failing that.
I presume, there's an argument on the actual bootloader.
Yeah.
And obviously then, so you don't screw up your tests.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. See, it makes sense to adjust these to have somewhere where it can write to, or I don't know. Just whoever made these tests up seemed to do it in the most inefficient way possible.
Well, certainly, but then on the other hand, this booting environment of it.
That much being said, though, I'm sure they know an awful lot more about Linux and testing graphics cards than I do. So
yeah, it is just a case of certainly on the surface it appears.
Yeah, from the outside looking in, I'm like, there must be a better way of doing this. But again, I'm sure they know an awful lot more about this than I do. So far be it from me. Forgot the HDMI. All right. Stop someone putting a virus in the current directory and calling it ls. Yeah, I guess. You could probably change the grub bootloader settings. Yeah, I'm kind of inclined to customize our instance of it, especially on a case of like, because also something like this, you know, even if we tweaked it and then redistributed it, we would do so just with a big old use at your own risk disclaimer anyway. You know, and plus, if you mince your test environment, then you just remake your test environment.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
it is fiddly and annoying to make, but it isn't difficult per se.
Yeah. All right. Yes, we are mounted. I'm gonna RMR mods. Cool. All right. Right, here we go. So we're going to go CD. So we're going to CD into 455.120 underscore 3080. All right, mods. GPU test.js. Could you bring up the thing for me,
sure.
please? And yeah, this really needs a heckin' script in it for the basic tests at least. But the problem is, I feel like whoever developed these, they set up the environment before they figured out the commands, so they couldn't include a nice little script for it because they weren't sure what commands they needed at the time, or I guess there's too many variables you might want to change while testing, like having, you know, DRAM clock percent and stuff like that. But it seems sensible to have some basic scripts that just do this default setup.
Yeah.
And if you want to run specific things,
want to run this from the pen drive.
Oh yes, yeah. Good shout. Where are we? 455. Right. Let's cd dot.
Have you copied it?
I'm now doing that. Right. Copy 455.120 underscore 3080 to media SDB1 mods. SDB1 mods. Okay, one more time.
Can you up arrow it? Does it have history from before we rebooted?
No, it does not. Because also we're on a read-only file system, so.
Which is mostly what I expected. But
yeah. OQA. Old gold. Test 178.
Dash DRAM CLK.
This is a lot of hassle for what is probably going to return a green pass. And then we'll be like, cool, it worked. That was about 2 hours of faffing about just to get that. However, once again, we've learned a bit more about how to run this test. And the next time we want to run it, it won't take us 2 hours to do it. I'm trying to talk and type at the same time. So if you could validate me as I go, that'd be awesome, Tar.
You're doing a great job. Well done. You're great at typing.
Thanks.
Or is that not quite what you were wanting? You need an N in ignore.
Ignore. Hi, Gar. Fan speed 75. Right, that's the whole lot, I think. Bam.
Yeah. Yes, as Sai says, most solutions only take 5 seconds, with several hours of finding the correct 5-second solution.
Yeah, that's it in a nutshell. Then run the other test and see how it gets on. Yep, cool.
So, Spud, what are these two tests actually testing?
Seconded. We know we're doing RAM tests, or VRAM tests rather.
Are they?
Yeah, they're VRAM tests, aren't they? Yeah, that's what we're doing, right? That's the point, I believe. Oh, well, we've gone to no display. The monitors thing. Can you bring up the preview again, please? 'Cause the preview comes up faster than the monitor does. Yeah, no, we've got no display output. All right, we'll give it a sec.
Shh. Test 118 with the bars is a mem storage test. 178, I'm not sure.
I see. Right, okay, we seem to be stuck at the moment. Linux peeps, how do I make a script that I can save to the flash drive with the test command in it? So we can do, because what we'll do is we'll just save that to the flash drive for now that just says run this command from the current directory. Then all I have to do is move into the correct folder and do the script kind of thing.
Oh.
Just so I don't have to type out this sodding command every time. Because I bet you guys are getting bored of watching me type it. So yeah. Right. Okay, we are stuck in no screen, so yeah. Fine. Yeah, can we do a restart?
Hash ! !bin/bin/bash.
That's going to save it to the environment, though, isn't it? And we're in a read-only file system, so we can't do that. We need to make like a script file, right? Like a shell script, a .sh, a shell script.
Oh, I see. Hash being your command here. Yes. Command.
Come on, please. Actually, let's just yeah. Nanomedia. Okay, hang on a sec. So we'll put this in mod. We'll put this in the mods folder that we're currently working in. So we're going to go nano. Let's call this do mods. Oh, hang on a sec. Let's call this mods 118. Yeah, so we're going to call this mods118.sh. And we're going to do, and then we're going to type in the script. How's that easier? I don't know. Right. I hope I'm doing the right thing. Got your number? It says, like, yeah, all right. Right, hold on a sec. Right. I hope I'm doing this right. Here we go. GPU test.js. Come on, please. Right. OQA. Old. Gold. Test 178. Oh, 118 for this one. Got your number. So, also, I see a double thing there. Let's just fix that. Old gold, test 128, DRAM clock percent 100.
128, what? Oh, 118.
Oh, yeah, okay. 118, yeah. DRAM.
CLK underscore.
CLK underscore.
Percent. Space 100. Space dash ignore underscore fatal underscore errors dash run underscore on underscore errors dash fan underscore speed 75.
Cool. Right, then we're going to do right, and we need to save it. We need to end it in something. Right, do I need to echo? Do I need to end this in something, or can I just save it and run it? Bin bash on the first line. All right. Meow. Bin bash. And anything else? Right, let's see. I want to exit, save the buffer, save it as mods118. Okay, right. So now I should be able to go mods118. Command not found. Okay. What? Did I save it as something else, like an absolute tool? Oh, it's .sh, isn't it? Yep. .sh. Oh, it didn't like bin. However, that worked. Okay, there we go. There's test 118 running. So now we can copy that and modify it. Oh, okay, hash bin bash. Yep. This is slightly painful to watch. Yes. Yes. This is spitting us out into a no signal again.
Yeah.
I mean, we can reload and look at the log file because it will have saved a log file with a pass or fail in it. It's just kind of a case of...
Yeah, I guess we want to wait until this fan stops, though. Because this fan stops at the end of a test.
Yeah,
so
okay.
we'd want to give it time for it to see if it can do that.
Let's sit on the black screen for a while. Why not SSH? You can control through another PC. Well, we don't need to because we're sitting in front of the PC. Oh, do you mean when we've lost signal? I don't know if that helps us. So, yeah. This last hour is the main reason you still use Windows. We're not exactly showcasing Linux in a good way. Like, don't get me wrong, this is me not knowing how to Linux, not because Linux is bad. However, learning is hard work, and I understand when people can't be asked to do it, because most of the time I can't be asked to do it either. But also, this is why we're doing this, because it's just like, you gotta learn at some point. At some point, if you want to get good, you have to sit and learn this stuff, which is why, and I'm just inflicting my learning on you guys instead of doing it in my own time. Right, we've just run test 118 again, and it's kicked us back to a no signal. We have made a shell script to run the test automatically for us, just about. However, after the test is finished, we're stuck on no signal. It's not returning to the prompt properly.
But the fan has slowed down now, so if we turn it off, we should get a complete log in theory.
Try 178. Okay, we'll try 178 next. All right, so I'm gonna do a Control-Delete. Right, it did get the it hasn't crashed because it heard the Control-Delete. It's not shifting. It's not shifting modes or resolution after finishing the test. It's just kicking us to a black screen. However, now what I can do is cd media sdb1 mods.
What?
And I can do nano mods.log. And I can see that our previous test...
I mean, it should be a fail.
Was a pass. Well, not necessarily. It's only a fail if the card failed.
I mean, it's failed to be a GPU. Because there are no graphics.
Well, that's a test error. However, oh look, there it is. Unable to restore video mode for EFI console.
Yeah.
Yeah. However, the test did pass. So we've still got problems with running the tests, but the test itself was a pass. So okay, let's exit that then. So now I'm going to copy our script. So copy mods 118. Mods 178. Was it 178? Yeah, 178. .sh and .sh. I know we can do it without the sh. I'm just doing that just so I know I'm running a script. And now I'm going to nano mods 178. Oh my God, please, I'm begging you, hands, type. And we're going to change that to 178, and we're going to change the top to right, what was our bin bash command again? It was hash, whoops, it was right, or bash bin, yeah, add exclamation, whoops, /bin/bash. There we go. That look correct to you guys? Hash exclamation bin bash. Yeah. All right, save modified buffer, bam. Okay, that should be the thing. Oh, not backslash, oh, fucking hell. Sorry, that's me, oh yeah,
That's me in the corner.
That's me in the spotlight. I've got a UK keyboard and we're on American layout. So that's Shift 3. There we go. That one wasn't my fault. That one wasn't my fault. That's the keyboard layout. All right. Blammo. Oh, hang on a sec. That's not what I wanted. I mean, blammo. Okay, there we go. No errors that time. No matter how frustrating this is to watch, I'm glad you're here, Floor Lamp and Spud Nugget. From the bottom of my heart, despite any top bants that I make right now. Thanks.
You're here forever. Only green.
And any Linux experts who are watching the VOD and already typing furiously in the comments section, your tears make me stronger.
However, please do engage in the engagement challenge.
Yes. Yeah, we're still not shifting back to the EFI console afterwards. But... Okay. Can run full manufacturing tests by using MFG. Okay. We've bombed back to no signal, yeah. All right, that's fine. So I'm going to Control-Delete once again, and then we'll review the log again.
Yeah, and see what that says.
And then we'll try Floor Lamp's MFG instead of the test X, so it runs through the full suite of text, apparently. It takes a while, though. Okay. Well, when you say it takes a while, do you know how long that is? Minutes, hours, days? You know, like, is that something we should do now, or are we going to suddenly enter into a 2-hour-long test? You know. CD, media, SDB1, mods. Mods?
Mods.
Mods.log. Right, so we should see that we did test 178. Otherwise, we're looking at the previous log file. Let's see, test 178 was a pass. Good, all right. So we appear to be passing our memory test. I've enjoyed this conversation in Bin Bash. Minutes to hours, thanks. Thanks. I mean, let's start that running just for funsies.
Hold on. Before we do that, we should put this on the floor.
What?
So then we can put the computer that came in on the bench, put another GPU in there, and test that.
Sure.
Just because because obviously based on the testing we've done, this GPU appears to work.
Yeah.
There may be a PC issue.
Yeah.
So we should look at that.
Yeah. It's worth noting we haven't been able to reproduce the fault yet, so we don't even know if it just needed reseating.
Yeah.
So yeah. However, so yes, I agree with that. We'll do that. In the meantime, so far what we are achieving is we have run a reasonably comprehensive VRAM test on this because my biggest concern is that the card sag would cause a fractured BGA ball underneath one of the VRAM chips that's closest to the card edge connector. That was my primary concern for this card. It appears that we don't have that problem. That's why I wanted to run mods so badly, because I thought we might have VRAM problems. So yeah. Okay. Right, press tab to autocomplete pass. It depends. There's like a million things called mods in this folder. So that only works if there's only one thing called that thing. So yeah. I do definitely see what you're saying though. Right, okay, hang on a sec. Test the Mobo. Yeah, okay, so we're going to try and kick off the full suite things. Reflow all the things in an air fryer. Right. Okay, so firstly, let's do... right, I'm going to do some more things. So I'm going to cp mods 178.sh to mods all.sh. and I'm going to nano mods all.sh. There we go. I tabbed for you, and we're going to take out test and put in MFG, and we're going to save that as mods all, and we're going to run mods all.sh. Cool. Bam. Fail. Did it.
Bad command line argument.
Okay.
Argument MFG not used.
Yeah. Let's see. Was that flaw?
Remove the OQA.
Oh, remove OQI. Okay, yeah. All right. Nano. Oh, now my phone's blowing up. All.sh. There we go. OQA. MFG not used. It doesn't like MFG. Was that correct, MFG? It's gone off the top of the chat now. No, it's further down than that. I think it's
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dash MFG.
Yeah, dash MFG. Yep. No, it doesn't like MFG. The fat controller
Also, apparently
laughs.
scrolling
You are
down
wrong.
doesn't like to scroll.
Yeah. All right, that's fine. I'm not worried about SSHing stuff. That's not my concern. Plus, we're making scripts to alleviate that problem anyway. Fine. Cool. Okay, right. I think we've done all we can from here right now in that case.
Yeah, I think what we should do is put this back in the PC and attempt to replicate.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go back to trying to reproduce the fault in that case. What we've established that there's no catastrophic memory issue.
Yeah.
Basically. So yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay then. Good.
Maybe
needs to be
MFG
the
is
first
first
parameter.
parameter.
Okay, we'll give that one more chance just for good measure. GPU tests. Are we suggesting that we remove old gold or move it further back? I'm going to move it further back for the time being. Old gold.
No.
No, it just does not like MFG.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Nope. Okay.
Fine.
Yeah, and like it's not erroring on old gold there either. It just does not like MFG. Apparently, that's just not a thing. All right. You can always also use OQA instead. Too late now. All right. 50-year-old gamer, thank you very much for the super chat. Thanks for the £10. Have some cider on me. Much appreciated, dude.
There is much cider.
Yes, thank you for funding this laborious learning process. However, you've got to learn somehow. Yeah, that's the thing. This is what the learning process looks like. It's painful, but it's got to be done. All right.
Come hither.
Yes, right. Thank you very much. Okay, right. So we're going to swap back to the customer PC, and we're going to go back to reproducing the fault then. Maybe it was just a bad mount.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just that simple the whole time. However, I think what we have shown, yeah, we've proven that there's no catastrophic issues because we have had some passes on memory testing. So
yeah.
I'm content that we've achieved something with that, which was the primary objective. Good. Doo-doo. Painful but fruitful. Yeah, yeah. We're going to save these commands, and also we've saved those things. We need to do some more tweaking to this testing image to make it into a more user-friendly format for people who do not Linux. And yeah, I think that will help things along. Having some nice SH scripts all rigged up in advance will definitely make this a smoother process. And like SSHing into the system, I get it, but if you do that, now you need to make sure your GPU test bench is networked and on your network and has an IP and stuff like that. And it's just like, or you could just run an SH script, bearing in mind that we want to get this into a setup that we could distribute to other people and say, this is how you run memory tests on your graphics card. And now if we've got to teach them how to SSH and set it up for SSHing on their network as well, that's another layer of complexity. So that's why I'm just like, no, just run a script. I get what you're saying, though. Really, I do. But there's multiple ways to do all of this. So, right. Are you copying? No.
Hold on, I will not copy that.
Caradog is quickly grabbing stuff before we switch over again. So, yes.
Also, I think we found the SSD that was missing.
What is it? Is it a Western Dig?
I don't know, but there's an SSD in this board that is not the boot one. Therefore, we have found a missing SSD.
Yeah. Just do properties on it, and just if it's a Western Dig, then it's the one we're looking for.
Yeah, I will do. Whoop.
All right.
Oh, I do love copying it 400-500 megabytes a second. Just.
Mods GPU test MFG and OQA for quality assurance.
Yeah, there is a Western Digital of some kind in here.
Yeah. So OQA without the test number might have been the one we wanted. Yeah, that must be the one that we were looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very well.
Because it is 1 terabyte as well, which was the size we thought it was.
Yeah, that's it then. That explains why I can't find it anywhere, because it made its way back into this board.
That should just be that we don't need on here. That should be that we don't need on here.
Good.
Yeah, good. That's fine. Cool. Oh. Whilst we're waiting for that.
Last thing as well. Loic was like, sudo shut down now, and we were like, lol, pull out power cables. Sorry.
Library.
What are you doing?
Downloads? How do I tell it which folder I want it to use? There. New.
Sorry, everyone. Caradog needs to set up his Steam library folders before we can continue.
But yes, because it's got a game on there, so we can actually test the GPU in a game.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yes, use.
Okay.
Good.
I'm sorry, I misjudged you.
There you go. Good.
I spoke out of turn. Had a lot of uncontrolled rage.
This is faster than your broadband because you won't phone BT.
Winston, are you there? You always told me to delegate. All right, Spud's got to go. Yep, no problem. Thanks for dropping by, Spud. Thank you for your help. Much appreciated. Sorry it was painful.
Thanks.
Wild Floor Lamp, I'm not sorry. You deserve this. Probably, for some reason or other. I'm sure there's some reason why you deserve to have to watch me try in Linux. All right, cool. Fair enough. Oh, I don't like the way he just said "fair enough" there. Like there wasn't a winky face or anything like that. Now I feel like I was harsh. Oh, I had a dread fear then. I suddenly had to be like, have I got the right one? Yes, I have. Good. So. Sign in to Cortana. No. You're on my list now, says Wild Floor Lamp.
Okay.
Look, the only hackers I fear are the ones wearing programmer's socks. And I don't think you wear programmer's socks. All right. Good. So, the other thing I want to check yeah, I'm sure it's not, but we need to check. Remind me to check the PCI Express slot to make sure it's a through-hole slot and not a surface mount slot.
Okay.
Because do you know that the CyberPower PC that I looked at in a video a while back that had where I needed to reflow the slot?
Yes.
There were a bunch of people in the comments that were just like, "Oh, you should have checked the slot earlier and stuff like that." I'm like, well, no, surface mount slots are really new. Like I've actually been looking for them, and it's only on like 12th and 13th gen, like absolute brand new motherboards where we're starting to see surface mount slots. Everything else are all through hole, and like a through hole slot, it's not coming off, man. It ain't coming, like, unless you rip it out, it ain't gonna come off the board. Yeah. So I think a lot of people that are like, oh, I knew it was going to be the slot. I think they were talking hogwash, to be honest. Because I've been looking, even modern boards, X570 boards, they're all through hole. Surface mount slots seem to be really new, unless I'm mistaken. So yeah. Dave Weldon says, programmer's socks. Google it in an incognito window. So yeah. If you'd like to support the channel, then feel free to send Graham some pink and white programmer socks. Don't sigh, someone will do it. Right, are we 3D marking now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm going
sure.
to wait for that to sort itself out.
What's the download time on that? Also, have you got a download limit in place? Because this might rag the stream. Well, actually, if we start buffering at any point, someone tell us, just so we can put a download limiter in place. How big's that download? 4.5 gigs. That's going to take too long. Oh, well, 10 minutes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's chucked it in the wrong folder. That's why it's confused. That's fine. I just needed.
Oh, I see. You
I
already
already have it downloaded. I just needed it to start because for some reason it got confused about its folders.
That's fine. Yeah. Ignore me. I'm micromanaging because I'm trying to avoid downtime. So yeah, but ignore me. I'm sure you're going as quick as you can.
Common, then common, then replace. There we go. Steam. And then we launch Steam, and then Steam goes, "Oh, these files already exist." Goes, and hopefully it works.
So where are you moving them to that extra one?
Yes.
And then we're going to put both in the computer.
Yes.
Yes.
That's fine. That was my plan. Just because there is not enough space on the boot SSD.
Fair enough. What is the boot SSD?
128 gig.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
There we go. That seems to be going a lot faster. Is it? Well, it's certainly going faster than real time.
Well, I mean, it's saying 10 minutes, so we can stick this on the floor and do a visual inspection of the tower.
Absolutely. Yeah. I suggest we do that.
Yeah, okay.
I will just hop this over.
I'm going to move this down to the floor. We'll do a visual inspection of the tower.
I will take all of this. And took all of this.
Oh.
Right. Do you know where these screws came from? Did they come from the test bench? For mounting the SSD?
Yes, correct.
Okay, that's fine. And then there's the test bench.
Yep.
Is SSD as well.
I'm going to grab the bench cam.
Cool. There's lots of long-haired fluff, or long-fibred fluff. Is it cat?
Customer said they had a cat.
Yeah, it's cat hair.
It has been cleaned, but obviously it hasn't been like sterilized per se, so we're likely to find more pet hair in there.
Ah.
All right, bench cam with face.
I will allow you to have a look.
Thanks.
Because I believe I have spotted something that looks slightly out of place.
Interesting. Right, let me just make sure we're focused, because we are not currently focused. There we go. Right, okay, I'm going to have a look. I'm going to stick my head in there so everyone can see the back of my head instead. Is that a... That PCI Express slot is so reinforced that I can't imagine that's come off the board anyway, so I'm 99% certain that's a through hole. Right, let's see. Caradog says he's spotted something.
Certainly something that I'd take a closer look at, yeah.
There's some scratch marks on the slot, but what have you spotted then? Oh yeah,
It looks like there's a finger or something sticking out.
Yeah, that was one of the scratch marks that I was looking at. I think that's a bit of plastic. I don't think that's a finger sticking out.
Yeah, but there's, as in, sorry, I was using that as a descriptor, not a...
I agree.
Just, yes, looks like something's not in the correct.
Just for argument's sake, and just because it's interesting, and just to show people what we're looking at, I'm just going to clear the bench just so we can stick that under the microscope. Yeah, if you can vamoose that whole laptop, that'd be awesome. So. Right, hold up a sec. I'm just going to migrate over to the microscope.
You might have height issues.
Yeah, I will. I should be able to hook up and over.
Good, good. I will swap to face cam.
Right. And which one is in? HDMI in. That needs to be this guy. Right, Capture should have the microscope now.
It does now, yeah.
Yeah, so there's scratch marks there, but those...
I thought it was the pin next to it.
Yeah, it is like, it's a lot clearer under the microscope. Like, in real life, I agree. There, like, you could see that bit sticking out, and you could see how that might be something. But yeah.
Well, that is just interesting to see that not all of the pins are at the front of the hole.
Yeah, they all have a little bit of spring on them, so just some of them will look slightly off, per se.
That bottom right one is off by quite a lot by comparison.
Oh yeah, like, if you look at that one, like, the actual bottom right pin, let's just get real close to that a sec.
Closer.
That hasn't actually increased our clarity in a minute. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Brightness down.
Just looks like it's a slightly odd angle by comparison to the rest of it.
It looks a little bit twisted, but yeah, you can. It's going to make contact when it's in there, so yeah.
But it's just like, I'm just trying to find points of...
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly none of this looks bad enough to make me believe it would cause a problem.
Oh, so, is that a bit of a clip still under the clip?
Yeah, that's actually been snapped off at some point. And again, that doesn't bode well. I mean, it might just be that someone just improperly removed it, but if that actually got snapped off by force, then that's not a good sign either.
Yeah, can you get that out?
Yeah, hang on a sec.
Do you want these ones?
That's all right, I've got some over here.
Cool. But it's ultimately not actually in the way, is it?
No, that's not causing a problem. Yeah. So, however, also, I'm just going to go to where we saw that. Just going to go in there and just give that a bit of GBH.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I literally touched that and it's disappeared. So yeah,
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I don't think that's anything. I think this is nothing.
The actual pin itself is still there,
Yeah.
which is the main thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is a nothing burger. It's worth a
Yeah.
look because, as I say, like the Asus Crosshair
Yeah.
Hero board that I've got in my PC at home had a slot that was not working because it had a bent pin that I
Yeah.
found doing this exact kind of inspection.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
this inspection is worth doing if you have the equipment to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, because yeah, that's actually that's a really good shot of the slot. Actually, I'm quite happy with that. But yeah, anyway, good. All right. Whoop.
Now it's a very good shot of the stitching of this
Behold,
mouse pad.
Mouse mat.
I also realised I selected face cam with capture, not capture with face cam. Oh well. Oh well. It was good enough. Face cam
Okay.
with bench.
Am I? Yes, we are centered. Good. Right.
Fine.
Okay, let's go back to this. Swapping HDMI cables.
Yes.
There we go. All right. Cool. Right. That looks done. That's good. So we can shut that down now, right?
I'm going to just double check I've got stuff in the right folder and then make sure that Spiderman is registered.
Spiderman.
Yes.
All right.
Steam apps. Common. Yeah.
There's a lot of PCI in here, but that's not going to affect the graphics card.
There we go. Now it's actually discovering the existing files.
Aha.
Good. So that should go.
Yep.
Oh, are there only two M.2s?
Oh yeah, I think you're right. I assumed there would be one under here, but now you mention it, no, there won't be. So yeah. X299 is an old platform.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
That's the thing. Yeah, with the best will in the world, X299 is an old and obsolete platform. If you're, yeah, like a lot of people
don't upgrade to it.
No, like don't get me wrong, this isn't a bad system per se. However, it's a case of everyone wants that HEDT. They want that high-end desktop. They want the RAM on both sides of the CPU and stuff like that. But it ain't faster than an X570 system, man. If you're running hyper parallelized tasks, network simulation, lots of VMs, stuff like that, absolutely.
Oh.
A Xeon will shred through this. However, for gaming, a modern desktop gaming CPU will shred this system. So, yeah. Okay, could it be something to do with PSU? I doubt it. Do we know what PSU is in there, actually? This is an OEM. Yeah, actually, while we're waiting on this, I'm just going to check what PSU is in here. Like, this, I think this just needed reseating. I think this whole thing is a nothing burger. However, I think this is going to end up just being a matter of, this was just an exercise in
demo
doing extensive tests on a GPU. And I think this has been a bit of a waste of time per se, but yeah, I don't see a brand name anywhere on this PSU. That's what you get with system integrators, unfortunately.
Where is the big? There.
Are you going to see if you can pull it out? Yeah, hopefully we can pull this out enough to find out vaguely what's in it. Oops.
Whoop.
All this being said, like I'm criticizing this system. However, this is a HEDT system with a 3080 in it. This is a stonking fast computer. So
there is zero movement.
I see. Okay. Do not pass go. Do not collect £200.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be the power supply. Although,
No.
just based on the history of the computer, although if we can reproduce the fault, then the next step we can take is to plug in a different PSU.
Yeah.
So it's something that is worth checking for, but
Oh.
we need to get to reproduce the fault before we can do that.
There we go.
I think I'm starting to regret not asking the customer for their password so I could test on their SSD before we took it apart. However, we're past that point now, so even if we went and got the customer's password and booted from their SSDs, because we've removed the graphics card, we've already disturbed everything anyway. So, yeah, it would be cool to know what PSU is in there. Yeah, it's going to be some OEM thing. You know, it's probably like, you know, it could be like a Superflower or something like that, which won't have brand names anywhere on the side. And the actual, all of the data will be on this side of the power supply that's hidden behind the shroud. So yes, we're now swapping out the SSDs for our SSDs so we can boot into a bench environment.
Good. Nothing there. Could you pop out the SSDs?
Oh yeah, from the bench, yep.
Come off.
What sort of time we're on? 2.5 hours, that's not bad, considering the faff we've gone through.
Okay, okay, there is an SSD in here. What? Where did you go? There.
Right. That SSD was the one you were looking for. It's not the one that I was envisioning in my brain, but it was the one we were looking for.
Ah, good. I mean, that's a good start.
Yeah. And at the very least, that means that I haven't used or sold your SSD. So
yeah,
that's the operative here. If wherever the SSD that I was envisioning has gone, I obviously used it in something.
Yeah.
So. Warning, 110, 120 volt. This is a modern PC, it'll have a switching power supply. This PC has already been turned on in the UK. So yeah, this is only an issue on like specialist equipment. Modern computers and laptops, they all have auto switching power supplies. That much being said, you should always check if it's come over from the States. So
yeah,
sure, yeah.
For the sake of just
for the sake of looking at the back of the power supply and checking if it has a switch on it, I agree.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I remember the thing going around on 4chan about saying how to save power in 240 volt countries.
I mean, if you... Oh, yeah.
To literally just flick the switch on the back of the power supply and it would halve the power usage.
Yeah, for a moment I was... going to say, oh, well, you know, if you put it to 112, it's just not going to get enough power or something. It's like, no, that's the wrong way around. So, yeah, ignore me.
I don't like these screw on both sides.
Oh yeah, no, I dislike that as well. It's fairly common across a lot of motherboards where the M.2 heat sinks have got a screw at both ends instead of latching at one end. But it does just mean that it's modern motherboards. They're not built to hot swap M.2 drives, and part of me is just like, well, they're supposed to be fit and forget anyway. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I just haven't screwed down one end.
M.2s are kind of supposed to be fit and forget, but at the same token, for people like us who regularly swap drives around, it's a nuisance.
Where has the 3080 gone? There we go.
Ah, yes. Just suddenly it's already in one of my computers. I'm like, oh, that's mine now. I have appropriated it.
I have upgraded. Is it legal?
I will make it legal.
Did you unbend the pin?
Yes, I did.
Cool.
Like, I didn't go to town on it or anything, but I jammed a screwdriver in there and just went, eh. Which is, you know, you have to make the noise, otherwise it doesn't work.
It's a highly professional procedure.
Yep.
The
Yep, you've got to get your tongue at the right angle and everything. You're going to want power as well.
I will, and the keyboard and the mouse.
Oh. Blammo.
I don't like that it's recessed.
Oh, what, the I/O thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's unusual for NZXT to do that. Activate. It is fluorescing. It is fluorescing more.
Good heavens!
And I'm waiting for a picture and then we'll switch to capture. Whoops.
Okay.
Power cycled.
Oh, there's a little OLED screen.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Memory. CPU.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
These things have iGPUs?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I have something with the power of an iGPU.
Rude. This guy's been very reliable, I'll have you know. Oh yeah, sorry. If it power cycles again, I vote we just go straight to BIOS reset. I have not tried to turn this on since it's come in. No, wait, we went straight to the test bench, didn't we? Yeah. Yeah, this is the first time we've actually tried to power this system up since it's come into the shop. So, for what it's worth, we actually don't know. That sounds like it's actually posting now.
VGA. Yeah, it didn't power off as soon as it hit VGA.
That's disconcerting.
There could be something.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, we have post.
We have post.
Yeah, that's very disconcerting. It power cycled with the graphics card in.
Yeah. We'll obviously check again.
Yeah.
In
What RAM is that? That's Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro.
version 4.32.
Hmm.
Which means it'll be a 32 16 kit? 32 18 19 what?
I mean, it's Vengeance RGB Pro. It ain't going to be good, except for well, even the mythical B-Die kit that we had turned out to be a lemon, didn't it?
Oh no, 18. Okay, that's fine. I thought it was 1819. I was just like, excuse me.
I mean, 18 at 3200 isn't exactly anything to write home about. But on the other hand, it's fine. So, yeah.
I mean, it's awful. It's actually probably slower than JDAC.
Yeah. Look, I like RGB, all right? Cue the RGB tears in the comments. That happened on the hacking when the chap came in with the 4090. When the chap came in with the 4090 for one of the recent videos, everyone was just like, all that money and that RGB, that's dumb and stupid. And it's just like, you've not seen modern gaming PCs, have you? This is the scene.
There we go.
You may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like.
No, it isn't. This is not peak performance. It's an HD 5450. Venuscorp will tell you it's peak performance.
Oh, no. One of my videos had heckin' Venoscorp ads running on it, I think, didn't they?
I don't know.
Someone said that somewhere. Can't remember if it was in Discord or in a comment. But someone said, "Oh, I saw a Venoscorp ad on your latest video," and I was like, "Oh, that's unacceptable." Am I going to have to do a heckin' call-out video? So yeah. Right. Okay. We are face cam with bench. There we go. We're going to put
That
the
is
3080 back
in
in.
the slot.
Might have been a fluke. Okay. If this doesn't work, are we going to power supply?
I was going to put in another GPU.
Oh, what, like the 3060 or something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's reasonable.
Given it there.
Yeah. This is an interesting development because I was under the impression that the PC started and ran. However, if it's having difficulty posting with a 3080 in it, then we have reproduced some kind of fault. So we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
But also we have proven beyond
Memory, CPU.
we have proven beyond reasonable doubt that there's nothing wrong with the GPU.
In the sense of getting it to post. Yeah.
Well, we've done brief stress tests on it, basically.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But in this context, we have proven that it will post in that. There's VGA, it didn't instantly turn off.
Okay. Yeah, it might have just been a bad mount then. Yeah, we're booting.
Yeah.
If Emovo's still probably possible. We only tried it once. We might have just had a bad mount.
Yeah.
It might not have been seated correct. I am still of the opinion that this entire fault, all the customers' grief, has just been someone needing to take the graphics card out and put it back in again.
Maybe.
And I think the actual solution to this PC is going to be to make sure the graphics card is in properly, seated properly, and has a support on it.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, what happened? There it is, yeah. The customer has purchased a support bracket. Let's just see what they've actually bought. Yeah, the customer's got one of these natty little GPU supports, and yes, that will fit in there. So yeah, we'll stick that in there when we're done. It's quite elegant. Check voltage on the GPU connector. It's fine at the moment, otherwise we wouldn't be posting.
Installing Microsoft DirectX.
Do you remember the video where you found the GPU cables were not fully connected to the PSU? Yeah, it's always that's always a potential issue as well.
Yeah, that was on the 1080, wasn't it?
Yes. Or no, I think it was a 2080. I can't remember if it was a 1080 or a 2080 now. It was a hot minute ago.
Yeah.
It was a long while back now, that one. However, in any case, yeah.
When I was
a young man, I would definitely agree that is something worth checking. However, I would plug in a different power supply first, just because then we're narrowing down, do we have a power delivery issue? So
that's a lot of cores.
What is it? It is
a 10980 XE.
It's a 10980, yeah, 10980 XE. Very well.
Nice.
The gamer's benchmark.
The gamer.
Gamer. Hello, Katrina. How's it going? Doo-doo. In search of incredible.
Oh. Apparently, installing 3D Mark did not install the marks of the 3D.
Fine. Annoyingly, TimeSpy and/or TimeSpy Extreme is probably the best tool for the job right now.
God damn it! Can I?
I mean, yeah.
What?
Steam. Steam.
Hello.
How big do we think the TimeSpy download is?
I don't know. Small enough to.
Yeah. Do you need some Wi-Fi antennas?
I will take. Stop! Stop it! Stop!
Oh.
Steam is just scrolling off the screen.
I'm just getting Wi-Fi antennas.
But yes, the antennas would be good, given we've already got the... Come back here! What the fuck?
What is happening to me? I had some Wi-Fi antennas over here earlier.
Oh my god.
Are
they on the back of the Lianli?
No, here they are.
Lianli.
Lianli.
Settings.
Lianli.
Yes. Oh, stop it.
Which ones are we going to use?
Yes. DLS, no,
I don't know.
off, yes.
We've only got 2 out of 3 antennas. I'm sure it can find some signal with those.
Off, yes. Okay. Settings.
You have the Wi-Fi.
Graphics. Preset. Very high.
The Wi-Fi card is shit. What is it?
Play. It looks like... Oh, apparently the GPU driver installed is too old. It looks like the that old Asus one.
Yeah, it's an 802.11ac. Can't be that bad.
It's not that awful.
Yeah. What's this? Spooderman.
Yes.
That'll do.
Insomniac.
I'm just going to make sure we don't have any audio capture. Yeah, good. Just make sure we're not just suddenly blasting the audience with audio that we can't hear. So.
And at 4,000 times the microphone volume.
That happened on a video I did a long time back when I was running superposition on something. The capture card was capturing the audio over HDMI. I couldn't hear it while I was recording, but I was talking away. Meanwhile, the capture card was doing the somber superposition music kind of thing. I'm like, thanks. Can you Spider-Man on a keyboard?
I've no idea what the controls are.
You're leaving the mission, Caradog.
I know. I'm just trying to jump around a bit and do some things. And then go to the menu
I was about
and come
to
back
say,
out
try
a bit.
opening menus and interfaces and stuff
And
like
then
that.
jump, and then menu. And then whee!
Got some coil wine coming from somewhere. Oh, was that? Oh, you tabbed out. Okay.
I apparently tabbed out by hitting escape. Wait, is escape? No, escape in F1? Oh, escape in F1 takes you out of the game.
Yeah.
What?
This power supply's got some mad coil wine on it.
Why does... Oh! It's not F1. It's...
FN F1. Yeah, show desktop. Yeah.
That confused
It's buffering.
me.
Oh, stick a download limiter on. We're buffering.
Hold on. Give me 1 second to successfully out-temp. I'm not even connected to the internet.
Oh.
The machine is not connected to the internet.
Oh, machine's not connected to the internet. Oh, okay. Buffering should be... Okay, are we still good?
Can you
No, buffering is fine for me.
stats?
Okay. Yeah, so let me go to live stream. Live stream says we're okay. So.
But also OBS is.
Oh yeah, OBS view stats. Frames. No, we are not dropping frames. Yep, no issues reported here.
This is very much not connected to the internet yet either.
Yeah.
Oh, the signal is awful.
Oh, let me try plugging into... I'll try moving the antennas about until we find something that works.
We are connected.
Very well.
I didn't mean to click on that. However, that will tell me. We are connected at a speed, yeah.
I see.
175. That's fine.
I'll try move into those two.
Oh, listen to that whine.
That's a lot of coil whine from the PSU. Yeah, again, it just doesn't... Is that a crash?
Mode. No, it's photo mode.
Oh, okay.
How do I rotate the camera? Hold right click. Her.
I see.
Her. Hello, Spiderman.
There's a thing called Ethernet. That requires me to actually spend some time writing up... That was inappropriate, Caradog, please. That requires me to start spending time wiring up my shelf. I've had a gigabit switch sitting up on this shelf for months, which is supposed to go under these benches so I can actually get gigabit Ethernet to all of these benches.
Ah, yes.
But I just haven't gotten round to it.
Look at the quality of these plants. However, no, we don't appear to be breaking. Light mode. I can turn lights on and off. You can make... Oh, you can add, like, fake lights to the environment and stuff for the process of taking pictures. No. Stickers.
Okay.
I can add stickers. Oh!
It's trendy to put that on like people's faces and stuff like that. I think this is what the children do on Snapchat and Instagram or something like that. You know, some fairly irrelevant social media website.
Oh no!
Okay.
This is very difficult.
Do you want to bash it over the head with superposition?
However,
Yeah.
I think the answer is this isn't crashing.
Yeah.
Exit. No.
Apparently the fault was happening like within 5 to 10 minutes. Like it was not a difficult to reproduce fault. So
maybe it just doesn't want to crash on Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah, superposition.
That thinks it's installing, that's fine. F. Superposition. 4K optimized. Actually. Custom.
Did they say what games? They mentioned a couple. There are a few that were better than others. There was one game they mentioned that they just could not get past the main menu on. I can't remember what it was. It's a game that I don't own. And it requires me to boot up their SSD and stuff like that. What I'm probably going to do is call them on Tuesday and say, cool, can I get your password so I can log on your Steam and test that one game? It looks like we've solved this just by reseating. As I say, I think this whole thing is just a matter of just reseat the graphics card. And this stream was more or less just a case of demonstrating how an exercise in practicing graphics card testing, I think, is what we're looking at here. So, Ooh, there's a Pianov. Hello, Pianov. I hope you've only just joined us and you didn't see me flailing in Linux.
It's okay, don't worry. You can just watch the VOD.
Don't watch the VOD. Oh, I tried to take a drink and this is already empty and I was just like...
Oh no, this is empty, there is nothing here.
F. Okay.
However, this is running.
Yes.
The fans are spinning.
They are indeed. I'm going to lean in and look at the stats. Utilization 99%, temperature 61. Thank you very much. Core is floating around the high 1800s, looking for 1900, which is fine. It could probably do a bit higher than that given the temperature. I think this graphics card's probably got more to give than what it's giving. Although it's not a TI, so... yeah. We'll make sure it actually gets through this. This card has 10 gigs of VRAM. There are going to be some games today that require more. I don't think so.
Oh, there are. There are already. Yeah, Doom Eternal on Ultra Textures already causes massive VRAM stutters on the 10 gig video cards. Yeah.
Okay. See, I was under the impression that a lot of people were running tests where they would start up a game and go, look how much VRAM this is using. And it's just, and it was kind of the same as with Windows RAM usage, where it's a case of if there is memory, then it will use it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But like you can see a massive performance drop. So, you know, the first level in Doom Eternal, where you...
I still haven't played Doom Eternal, so the first level of Doom Eternal.
Oh, I see. You rip the guy's head off, it goes into a cutscene, then you open a door, and the view instantly goes
Big
entire
open
map.
scene. Yeah.
That loading of map
Yeah.
on the 8 and 10 gig cards,
Yeah.
massive FPS drop.
Really?
12 gig card isn't.
Interesting. I'm glad that I've got a 12 gig card. Yeah.
It's okay, this isn't a problem I face. I have 24 gigabytes of VRAM.
How's AMD going for you? Have you, like, you know, all good? All
Yeah,
good in the hood?
absolutely fine.
Yeah. Because, yeah, you've got a 7900 XTX now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My disappointment with it is that it doesn't have a higher power target.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can't do anything else with it. It's just, it gives what it gives, and that's your lot kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
What did you say you knew? Was it 1080p high?
1080p extreme. Yeah, 1080p extreme. I think this should be doing 10,000 on 1080p extreme, and I think the Ti will do 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right. I think that the 1080 vanilla does about 10k, and the 1080 Ti will do 12,000. So yeah. Monster Hunter World with the Ultra Texture Pack 4K uses 12 gigs. Yeah, I guess 4K is just It's when you're at 4K,
and if you're running a 3080
or
higher, it's kind of a case of you should be able to play 4K.
Yeah. I think because that was the thing. Like when both me and Chris first got our 3080 Ti's, we were just like, yeah, it's fast, but it hasn't changed my world, kind of thing, you know. And it does seem like the 3080 Ti the 3080 in general, like, yeah, it's quick, but it just didn't seem to be mind-bogglingly quick, kind of thing. I don't know. But then on the flip side, though, I still have never done a lot of back-to-back comparisons. And also, at the time when I got my 3080 Ti, that was when I was playing Final Fantasy XIV. And again, it was great, but didn't change my world. Like, I can't run Final Fantasy XIV at ultra settings, 1440p. I was struggling for 144 FPS. And I feel like I shouldn't have been. But then also...
That would have been entirely CPU bound, though, I'd imagine. Because it's an MMO.
That was in not busy places.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Sometimes busy places, but
because
not always.
It's just like EVE Online.
Yeah.
Look at that, where you go from normal load to CPU heavy area. Oh yes, I'm getting 1 minute per frame.
Yeah. But then also it's kind of a case of like Final Fantasy XIV, it's not exactly a beacon of optimization. The game is riddled with spaghetti code.
Yeah.
So it's just like, so at the same time, I don't think that is a fair judgment of the card. You know, I mean, if you look at, if you look at synthetics like superposition, then, it does the score that you expect it to. So
yeah. Which the thing that still completely boggles my mind is how much faster the 4090 is than the 3090 is.
Yeah.
In
like
compute.
Yeah.
Which is I was saying about like the 4090 being faster than two 3090s and two 3060 Ti's combined, sort of thing. And I was just like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, JD asked, how's the 4090? Did you run it at all? Because you tested it a bit, but I don't think you didn't run it as a daily, though, did you? No. Yeah, so, yeah, no comment, really. But just from brief testing, though, you spun up folding at home, were just like, wow, okay, kind of thing. But, like, the reviews of the 4090 speak for themselves. We laughed at the power requirements. We laughed at the size of it, but it's double the speed of a 3090.
Yeah.
And that's saying something, 11,000 flat. Well, 11,085. That's a good score.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's better than the last 1080 I saw.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And again, this card has got more to give. Given the size of the cooler on it, if you were willing to push the power target on it, you'd see 12,000 out of that easy. $4090's got 50% more CUDA cores. Yeah. 4090 Ti announcement next month. Isn't the power draw of a 4090 lower than the 3090 Ti?
Yes. Effectively, yes.
What's the 3090 Ti's 450, isn't it?
All I can remember is that it is a fraction lower than the 3090
Yeah. Although actually
Ti's.
the 4090 in the real world is 400 until you start pushing it, isn't it?
So it's just kind of,
Yeah.
Hi. Times for extreme. Yeah, sure, times for extreme.
Yeah. They're going to say how big the download is.
I have no idea. I'm hoping it just kind of goes, ta-da! and sorts
Yeah.
itself out.
Have we got signal? No.
Not really.
Might just see if I've got. Oh yeah, I'm going to rob another antenna from the back of this one.
Just see if that actually works.
Yeah, because I've got 2 antennas plugged into this thing, but it's still not finding any signal anywhere. But maybe it just needs all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it's just.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, it just needs all 3. Fine. Okay. Yeah. Usually with a wireless card, if you give it just like 1 or 2 out of the 3 antennas, it'll find something. It might not be optimal, but it'll work.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't think this has worked out that there's an internet connection.
Yeah.
Because Steam is in offline mode.
Oh yeah, restart Steam then. Yeah.
Go online. Leave offline mode.
3090 FE is 350. Yeah, and a partner card will be 400, I think. Although the 3090 Ti was 400, I think, and the 3090.
There we go.
Yeah.
TimeSpy just installed itself. I think it just sorted itself out.
Got the GPU in an upright position. Does it misbehave when the case is vertical? That's a good shout. Yeah.
We just want to kind of run various different things.
Yep. How are we looking on the... We're at 3 hours. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Yeah.
Scanning.
Yeah. What we'll do... we'll see how big the TimeSpy download is, just to see if we can TimeSpy it. Because TimeSpy would be a good test to run, because it's going to throw a lot of very mixed loads at the card, which is what we need. We don't need a torture test. We need a very mixed test that hammers the card. Because the problem with superposition is it's a long, sustained full load. And we need something that does a lot of burst workloads to reproduce this fault. So yeah, we'll see what this says. And then we'll put it upright and we'll try running it again. And then we'll put it upright, stick the stand in there, and I think we're done. I think this, honestly, I think this is, I don't want to say a no fault found, but I think this was a reseat the graphics card.
Yeah.
Which, again, is very boring in terms of us actually fixing something, but we have showcased a lot of diagnostic process today, perhaps. Perchance, per se.
This might actually kick out a half-decent CPU score, just because TimeSpy is
weirdly
true. Wide.
Yeah. Yeah. Which mods test did we run? Want to look them up in the docs. We ran 118 and 178. Do you have a sag bracket? Yes, we do. We've got a sag bracket at the ready. All right. Now we watch.
Indeed. I'll run this and then I'll run Firestrike.
Is Firestrike relevant?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
You have to go back to the stuff that isn't in 3D Mark on Steam before you get to stuff not being particularly relevant.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because even Skydiver is still relevant. Yeah. Skydiver was what, 2008?
I haven't even seen Skydiver. I think I had zero interest in benchmarking at the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. TimeSpy Extreme. Yeah. Sorry, Firestrike Extreme. Normal Firestrike maxes out at something like 8 total threads.
Oh, apparently 118 is not memory related. This test programs the GPU's thermal slowdown feature to pulse the effective GPC clock speed, and thus provides a stress to the power supply. Okay, well that's interesting. It was still that's still effectively a relevant test to the card, just wasn't what we were aiming for. I assume 178 is a memory test then, because 118 didn't do anything visual, so that doesn't surprise me. I think anyway. But yeah, got a 3080. Do some Port Royale. Yes, could do. Yeah, we could hit it with Port Royale as well. I guess it just depends on how much time we want to spend now, because I think we're now in the section where we have so far been unable to reproduce any meaningful fault The closest we got was one no post, which was solved by reseating the card. And again, I think that's indicative of the real problem here. So I think the card just wasn't very nicely seated in the computer. And on that note, I'm actually going to start putting screws in it while we're working on it. So yeah. Oh, we've got cards out of the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll wait.
That graphics score seems low, but then I can't remember what the actual...
I don't know 3D Mark these days, so I don't know what a good score is.
Firestrike? Extreme?
Yeah.
Or... Ultra.
Uh-huh.
Must have 3 gigs of VRAM, yeah. There you go. Custom run. Remove. Whoops. GPU tests. Run. Cool. We'll let that run, and then we'll reassemble.
God, do you have to run? Oh yeah, you remove CPU test. Yes, that's fair. Yeah.
What?
I was going to say, can we run a non-custom run so we get a quote unquote standard score?
Oh yeah, I was just running it just so we did just GPU test.
However, I agree
because
that
we
this
want
will
to
be
test
faster.
whether the GPU is faulty,
Yeah.
and then separately we'll test both.
Yeah.
But
yeah, because yeah, just because a couple of people, it just means that we could just compare with some scores in chat and stuff like that. However, it's going to take longer to run extra tests. So
and also it's okay. So obviously, if we're running a CPU test as well,
the
CPU score will affect the final result score.
Yeah.
Whereas this still spits out a GPU score, it just doesn't give you a benchmark comparison on that score.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
So,
yeah. Right, we'll put in some of these screws though.
This needs to slot in behind the GPU anyway, so we can't put it in yet.
Yeah, the GPU just needs to be straight, and then it won't. To be honest, if it crashes while I'm moving it around, then that's kind of a problem, because it shouldn't. You should be able to do this kind of thing. There we go. That goes in behind the GPU.
But also, we're going to need to take out the GPU anyway, because I need my SSDs back.
Ah, yes. Good point. I will stop doing this. I was looking to get to a position where we could just put it upright and seat it and stuff like that.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. We can
however, yeah,
put it upright.
We're going to end up doing that later, I think.
Yeah. I was just going to run Firestrike twice. Sorry, TimeSpy and then Firestrike, then put it upright and then run them again, just so we can at least say it appears to work.
Floorlamp is looking up other tests on mods. 146 uses the copy engine to saturate the PCIe bus. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. Joe Hayes says, my Pinesil broke down last week. Won't power on, it's only 6 months old. Jump in the... maybe jump in the Pinesil Discord, or just drop them an email and just say, yo, mine's broken down, what can you do? Because if you're in the EU, they've got they have an EU warehouse now, so it might be fairly easy to get a replacement.
Yeah, or at least, you know, kind of suggestions as to things to try with it.
Yeah. Hopefully they're having less of an issue with stock these days, just because chips are easier to find. There's a certain artistic direction to 3D Mark that has always stayed the same. Like, when I was a kid in the 90s, I used to go down to the... my local computer shop was called PC Paramedics, and I used to stop by there after doing my paper round, because I did a paper round. I'd stop in there, go in there, and look at... and they just had walls of components, because you bought all your stuff in the local computer shop back in those days. And they always had a demo PC running 3D Mark 01. No, it would have been earlier than that. Oh yeah, no, they had an earlier one than that, but I know at one point they had 01, so in that case it would have been. Was it? No, it can't have been the early noughties. So no, they wouldn't have been running 01. It would have been the one before that. They were running some kind of 3D Mark. Yeah, I always used to go in there and watch it run and be like, "That's cool," kind of thing. And just anytime I'm seeing 3D Mark running, it gives me the same nostalgia.
I've never actually run Fast Strike until right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Because like I was running 2001 SE and then just moved on to other things, and then Time Spy existed. And Time Spy was the thing that people kind of used and looked at. So yeah.
3D Mark 99 Max, maybe. I wouldn't know it by name. If I saw it, I would probably recognize it and be like, "Oh, it's that one."
Do you remember the one with the trucks?
Yeah, the trucks, that was 3D Mark 01.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the dragon breathing over the city. And
3D Mark 01 was a good one because it had such a variety of scenes.
Yeah.
It had the Matrix scene in it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, 3D Mark 01 was the last 3D Mark to use a game engine. Because 3D Marks before that used a game engine as well.
Yeah.
And then after that, they moved on to custom stuff.
Yeah.
I can't remember. There is the counter in 3D Mark. The FPS counter in 3D Mark 01 only goes up to 999.
Yes.
But the actual scoring counts FPSs higher than that. And it's very funny seeing people run like 3D Mark 2001 on like a 4090. You know, and like a liquid nitrogen cooled 13900 KS.
We were running it on like a 5850 and getting like an FPS of 999, weren't we? When we did the 98 rig.
Oh yeah, there you go. That passed. That was quite happy. Do you want to shut down, or are we just going to rotate it? Because obviously there's no hard drives.
Yeah, we can rotate. Yeah. Let's do a. I'm gonna just pick it up and just go. Huh, huh. Right, what is our sag factor currently at? We are sag.
How sag?
It's pretty sag, to be honest. Can we see it on the? Yeah, you can just about see it on the face cam there. We're a bit sag at the moment. Let's see how it behaves like that. So we'll run it again, see if it falls over. Then once we're done, we'll stick in the support bracket. I'm just trying to see if we can just. We want it to fall over, effectively. If it falls over, well, I mean, if it falls over now, we can probably be reasonably confident that it's just not that the sag is causing it to fall out the socket,
or something,
so to speak. But yeah. 3D Mark 01's getting a lot of love on Hardware Bot, apparently. Yeah. Fine. Okay. I think we'll run this through one more time.
Yeah.
And if we don't get anything after this, I think we're done, to be honest. Because we're just running benchmarks at this point, and we don't actually... Ooh, what was that?
Yeah, there we go.
Ah, hello. That's a crash.
Interesting.
All right. Let's prop it up. In the 11th hour. Right, I'm going to fit this little boy down here. Be gone, camera. Oh no. Ooh, oh, it does go low enough. Try and get that sitting in a nice place. The problem with GPU support posts and stuff is it's very difficult to find one that like just nothing will fit your specific graphics card nicely. Okay, am I nudging that up now? No, I think that's about right. And I think that's in there rigidly enough that it's not going to fall out. Yeah, you could tip the. My objective when fitting a support post in is you don't want to be forcing the card, but you want it to be in there solidly enough that you could pick up the PC and go, "Ah," and it won't fall out, kind of thing. Although you wouldn't shake it. But you get the idea. Right, that's in. Your hard drive making noises again.
Oh.
I probably should have given the graphics card a gentle push back into the socket then as well, but let's just see if it posts first. The PCIe lock missing, can't help either. I think you might be right. Why would you pick up the PC and go, "Ah," because you should be able to.
Yeah, also a case of just it's a slightly more extreme version of it going in the boot of a car and getting driven home.
Yeah, I agree with that, yeah. Yeah.
There we go.
Cool. Right, so we'll go through the... we'll go through... What were we on there? Firestrike Extreme?
Ultra,
Firestrike Ultra, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll run through Firestrike Ultra again.
Yeah.
And if we
see what
get
happens.
through it, then we'll say, cool, we're done here.
Yeah.
Before it goes back to the customer, I will probably leave it looping Firestrike Ultra for an afternoon or something like that to confirm. However, if we can get through the test now, I think I'm reasonably confident that it is just a pulling out of slot issue and the car just needs support.
Just needs some love.
Could fit it vertically in the case with a riser. You could, yeah. I think the next computer build I do... No, well, I just use a support bracket. However, yeah, I think the size of modern graphics cards certainly adds credence to vertical mounting, in my opinion. However,
As long
vertical
as it's
mounting
a
is...
vertical mount that replaces the actual...
Yeah, but if you're going to vertical mount, it has to be a mounting setup that sits in the PCI Express slots. Not a lot of cases have two vertical mount slots out in the back. Does
which is fine, but you need a water-cooled GPU for that.
Basically, you don't want to have one of those cases where the vertical mount slots put your graphics card fans right up against the glass, and then you have no airflow, basically. Remove GPU when transporting. Yeah, I mean, if you're on a car journey and your GPU is properly supported, I would say it'd be fine. Although that much being... Again, I think if you're on a car journey and you've got your PC laying down... I mean, I have to admit, most of the time when I travel with my PC... Or, well, no, the only two times I've travelled with my two main PCs at the moment, I had them upright on the back seat belted in, which is how I normally transport computers. And that probably would have been nasty loading on the GPUs. So I think in the future I would probably now make sure I'd laid them down so the GPU is sitting vertical, and at that point on a car journey it'll be fine. If it's being shipped, so it's going on a plane or it's going through it via a courier, at that point you need to assume that the box is going to get dropped, and that obviously is a completely different threat profile. Time to go back to desktop PCs, not towers. Yeah. I mean, yeah, as I say, the next PC I build, I actually want to build... I want to build a glorified version of this guy, basically. This GPU test rig. I want to build one of these up, but like build it into a monster kind of thing. Because the last time I went to a LAN party, I actually put the internals of my PC on this frame and went to a LAN party with this, and it was great. I just literally rocked up, plonked it on the desk, and just plugged my stuff in. And everyone was just like, "What the hell is that?" And I'm like, "It's my gaming PC." And they're like, "Fine," you know.
I guess.
Yeah, and it was cool. It was a bit different, and yeah, I like the raw simplicity of it. It's cool. So yeah, that particular rig though, yeah, I need to find where the hell I put that 3950X that's lying around, put it into that Strix board, put all of that into the YouTube rig, And then, well, actually, that's 7th gen Intel. That's not going to have PCI Express 4 either, is it?
No. You have to go on to 11th gen.
Yeah. So actually, given that there's
The
nothing...
The 3950X will have
yeah.
PCIe Gen 4.
Yeah. So really, really, I may as well put the 3950X in the GPU test rig.
Yeah.
For now.
Well, yeah.
Until I find something else to do with it.
Yeah, and maybe custom clock it so you disable half the cores, but get more frequency out of those cores if you want to.
Yeah, it's not going to bottleneck anything, is it? So,
but it's just a case of obviously.
Yeah.
For gaming, it's the same as a 3060.
Yeah. Oh, Caradog, you just broke everyone's ears apparently with whatever you did. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was a sigh or whether you scratched your microphone or something, but
maybe
you angered everyone. So yeah.
I'm not sorry.
Very well. I think we've found out what's wrong with this. We have tested. We know that there's nothing wrong with the card. It looks like it's just an issue with mounting. That broken slot clip is probably not helping.
Yeah.
It could be repaired. The actual slot is not broken. It was just the clip.
Yeah.
I'm very tempted to nick a clip off of just another another motherboard I've got in here, because like there's probably one in the scrap pile that's got a clip that will match that one, or well enough to fit.
Yeah.
And I could probably just say to the customer, we put a new clip on it, so that's going to help as well, and I think that'll do the job. That was lucky that we had that last minute crash. That last minute crash has made me reasonably confident that it is just it pulling out. And yeah, that was a good shout from Quentin to put it upright. So yeah. Good. Right. I think I've enjoyed this conversation in English. Caradog doing a controlled earthquake of the counter.
Yeah.
Has that just crashed? No, it's still going. There we go. Yeah. Yeah.
Because the single thread on this is pretty.
Yeah. Good. Well, I've enjoyed this conversation in English then.
Indeed.
Yeah. All right. Thank you everyone for coming in.
Thank you for being here.
You've enjoyed this conversation in AV1. Not yet.
Did you see what I posted in the exclusive channel last night?
What, the Discord supports AV1?
Yes, the Discord now supports AV1.
What is that useful for, though?
I don't know or care, but I have AV1 hardware support, and Discord has AV1 hardware support.
Okay.
Therefore, I'm better.
Go and stream games in the exclusive chat room or something. Give people more reasons to subscribe. Speaking of which, the 150,000 subscriber special is now available to members and Patreon subscribers and Twitch subscribers. So if you care, give me your Bezo bucks. Other than that, thank you everyone for tuning in. See you soon. There's the Discord. There's the Twitch. I'll be streaming Ocarina of Time tomorrow on Twitch, 7 p.m. UK time. We'll be back next week with something else, which I may or may not decide on 2 hours before the stream starts. Thank you, everyone. See you next time.
Ta-ra!
Thank you for this conversation in #!bin/bash. Bye.
Excellent.
Ta-ra.
Bye.
Farewell.
Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss.